welcome to Master Powercast. It's round 3 of Whose Mini Comic Is It Anyway, where the stories are made up and none of it matters. And joining us finally on the show after a very long time, it's Vinegar Syndrome's favorite customer, Tom. Welcome,
Hello.
sir. It's great to have you. Love your setup. I was talking about before we started recording. He's got that good headset. He's got a good mic. He sounds great.
Yeah,
So
it's about time. I got
we're
my act together.
We're going to spin some of the wheels here. We're going to have locations. What is it? Steeds and
heroes
objects
and villains.
And heroes and villains. We're going to make up a story. We'll hit our commercial break, and then we're going to talk about some convention stuff because Tyler and I attended a convention today. Fantastic experience. A little spoiler alert on Tyler's shirt there.
Oh, yeah, behold the pecs of power there.
Yeah, that's and trust me, what Tyler's going to say later on about our experience is completely true. I was blown away. Was not expecting it. Tyler surely wasn't. We'll show you the photos to prove it there. But gentlemen, you ready to spin the wheel?
Yes.
Create some stories.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
Let's make some magic.
Same rules as before?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I think in this case, because when we had you on, actually, it's great that you bring that up, Tom. So round 1, we had Tower Tools, Forgotten Forest, Malak the Clawful, Web Store. And then the second go around where it's just Tyler and myself, we had the Widget Woods, Mega Laser, Mechaneck, Rock On, Sarad, and Squeeze. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to pick 2 heroic warriors and 2 villains to go with the story this round. And then go from there. Let's what was the
last round was a really great story, by the way.
Thank you.
Tyler, can you read off you can see the names pretty well for the locations here.
All right, starting with Caverns of Grayskull, Trala, Tar Swamp, Point Dread, Dark Smoke, the Crystal Sea, Sea of Rakash, the Ice Mountains, Sands of Time, Dragon Mountain, Phantos, Stone City, the Mystic Mountains, Volcano Cave, Mount Kroner, the Banshee Jungle.
All right.
Are you hoping for anything in particular?
Caverns of Grayskull would be pretty cool because I've already tackled that one once before in the story, in the Ninja or Clamp Champ story I did years back. So I always find that fascinating to have this whole world below Grayskull, almost like a forgotten world underneath Grayskull. You know.
What about you, Tom? Is there any on the wheel here that you're hoping that we will land on?
I'm hoping for either Dark Smoke or Trala.
Yeah, Trala would be a good one.
Trala would open up a lot of possibilities if we land on that, yeah.
Let's see what we get. Oh, man. I think we're going to the jungle, fellas.
The Banshee Jungle.
Okay.
Banshee Jungle. Which, if anyone who's listening to this is unfamiliar, it's the setting in the Disappearing Act, where Adam is captured by Beastman and Skeletor and taken out to the Banshee Jungle, where the wolf bats are hanging out.
All right, let me stop sharing that. We'll move on to our next wheel. Actually,
that's a good spot, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, it's a jungle. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities in a jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
okay. The artifacts.
Yeah, these are like steeds, vehicles, and so forth. So what we got, Tyler?
We have the Bashosaurus, Battle Bones, the Doombuster, Sky Sled, Blasterhawk, Spydor, Night Stalker, Stridor, Coal Miner's Glove.
Yeah, we gotta have that
Attacker, Stilt Stalkers, Scuba Attack Gear, Cliff Climber, the Laser Bolt, Panther, Dragon Walker, the Collector, and Jet Sled.
All right. Anyone got any big hopes for anything? Or
Stilt Stalkers, man.
Oh yeah, you got to finish off the set.
Yeah, damn right, dude. Absolutely.
I would say that, or actually, I think what would be fun and challenging would be to get in. Well, maybe not challenging, but it would probably be fun to get in the Gyro Attacker.
I was actually going to say the same thing.
We had to work in Rotar. Well,
we'd have to. Well, I mean, we're still allowed. We know we need to use the characters that we land on, but we can add in any that we need.
Yeah.
If we need to have some add-ins or anything, I mean, hey, there are no certain set rules as this applies, because it is what it is. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stridor. Hey, man.
That's a good one.
Fuck yeah. That's a damn
Going-
good one. My favorite steed of all, anyway.
going to the jungle with Stridor. All right. Close this one out. You want to do? Let's do villains first.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a few, and we've actually added some new names,
Ooh.
like a handful here. But what we got, man?
Count Marzo, Evil Seed, Jitsu, Faker, Blast Attack, Merman, Stinkor, Evelyn, Beastman, Negator, Azrog, Spydra, Grizzlord, Modulok, Mantana, Scorpia, Dragstore, Cobra Khan, Ninjor, Scareglow, Too Bad, Blade, Card, Batros, and Fangman.
Which two you hoping we get, Tyler? Obviously, we would be very lucky if we end up with two characters that you feel personally kind of would make sense to team up,
Yeah.
and that
But
probably won't be
part of the
case.
challenge, much like when you read a good comic book, when you see two villains team up who don't normally team up, always makes it kind of interesting as well.
Yeah, a good interesting pair up would be ideal. I think you
Like
could
a
always-
horseman and an evil warrior are forced to team up,
Yeah,
for
something like
whatever
that.
reason, Like if Grizzlor and
like
Cobra Khan have to team up, or
yeah. If we landed on Negator, who is typically seen as like a solitary like villain, why would
Yeah.
he be teaming up with somebody else, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
or Too Bad and Modulok. We got two-headed villains, both the smartest of their respective factions.
Oh, that would be pretty good. You could see
Yeah.
them easily butting heads amongst themselves for like the intelligence superiority.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Did you guys do Triclops already?
We have not, and I feel like a piece of shit because he's not on here. He's my favorite of the original Fab Five. What an asshole!
Look at that. Maybe I can just.
Whoa.
Maybe I can just.
I'm glad Tom said that.
add him out.
Like,
I was
that's
actually
so
gonna.
ashamed of
I was
myself.
actually gonna. I was gonna ask Tom. I was like, "Are there any characters on here that you would have liked to have seen on the wheel?" So there we go.
Is Trapjaw on here?
He is not.
All
Is,
right.
Is Faker on here?
Yes.
Okay, I see Faker. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. now Tom's content. All right. Evil Warrior number 1 coming up. Ooh. Oh, Ninjor in the jungle.
Fuck yeah! All right.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Damn right.
All right. So I will remove him from the wheel. We will spin again. Ninjor. Oh man, Ninjor in the jungle.
Yeah. We got a home run already.
Oh, and Trapjaw.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that, Tom. Trapjaw is here.
Okay.
All right, Ninjor, Trapjaw, and now
The
we got
Wizard
to
of
see.
Weapons and the Ninja Assassin, man. We got a hell of a combo here. Both evil warriors, so we have no conflict of interest with other factions.
No.
And finally, our heroic warriors. Tyler, once again, pass it on to you to read off who we have listed, and then we'll go with Tom and see like, oh, let's.
Yes. Why
Who's
don't you have
missing?
this guy on here?
Hey, look at this blatantly obvious character that's not here. We should probably add them on this
Yeah.
on this wheel, huh?
Fisto, Roboto, Castaspella, King Grayskull, Lizard Man, Malik the Wizard, Extendar, Snoutspout, Rio Blast, Clamp Champ, Buzzoff, Cyclone. Very, very short list.
Man
I
at
had
Arms.
to read through all of them there.
Oh yeah, Prince Dacon.
Stratos,
Yeah.
Stondar, Granada, Gwildor, Mossman, Shira, Cal, Frosted, Natasa, Bo.
And Bo.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
Did we have Man at Arms already?
We haven't added Man at Arms.
No, I think I didn't bring him up because I feel like he's in every story, which is why I didn't like.
You can always take him back
that
off
was
for
why
good.
I didn't add him initially. So let's go ahead and add him. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there was anybody else. You got Snout Spout and Clam Champ. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much everybody.
All right. Maybe we'll land on King Grayskull.
Maybe.
And the show will be over.
Oh yeah, we probably should have had Mighty Spector in there too.
Oh, Snout Spout.
Spout.
All
Fucking
right.
hey, man.
We will remove Snout Spout. Spin it one more time. This is gonna be a very interesting story.
Very much so.
Grenada.
Wow. Okay. Another Rock Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one we had Rock on.
All right. So
Okay.
the stage is set. Banshee Jungle, Stridor, Ninjor, Trapjaw, Snout Spout. Granada or Granita? What is the
I have always pronounced it Granada, but
Is-
I guess it's like
tomato?
pretty much. I guess you could say that.
I'll give you guys. We'll take a couple minutes to kind of think and formulate while you're doing that, Tom. Since you're here,
Mhm.
we'll go ahead and promote it. We're all going to be at Motu Fest September 12th and 13th. It's pretty much on the border here. Technically, Cincinnati. We're gonna kind of be hanging on the edges of Kentucky as well. So come out and see us. Tom's going to have a lot of really good things at his table. He's going to have a lot of fun stuff. He's still formulating ideas.
Yeah,
for that.
we're
That's
aware
what-
of one of them that's really going to be an amazing fucking idea that you're going to really want to stop by his table and pick up.
Thanks.
Please come and see all of us. Come hang out.
Yeah, we're supposed to be lined up together too. So if you can see all three of us at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that. We're actually going to have the tables next to each other. That's cool.
I kind of assumed that, but
Val putting it out there for you now.
Yeah,
If
Val,
you
make
haven't
it
done the
happen.
floor plans.
Yeah,
yet,
don't make Tyler a liar now. You have to do it.
Yeah. We said it on
No-
the show.
no pressure
You gotta
there.
make it
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. So come out September 12th, 13th. Link is in the description below. ThePowerCon.com.
actually,
Okay.
I take that back. Tom's got multiple ideas, and that hopefully all of them will come to fruition. You're really going to want to come by his table and our table as a joint collaboration here. So,
Tom has always had wonderful things at
Yeah.
his table, even going beyond Master Universe stuff. Some of the other things that you've had, like one in particular I always enjoyed, and you sent me a print of it, is when you did different monsters having their own cereal, like the cereal
yeah.
boxes. Yeah, that was it's a no-brainer, and it's fantastic stuff. And the way that you illustrate everything and just put it out there, I come to his
appreciate
table.
it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got a lot of
thank you.
good shit, man.
Yeah, thank you. And come, go to PowerCon. Come for the things. Come for all the things.
Yeah.
I hopefully we'll be able to get a good majority of the stuff that I want to have done for the show for it in time.
Mhm.
But even then, I still have quite a bit that I've already finished that still will be a lot of fun. So, and then prior to that, I'm actually going to be at Grayskull Con. So I'm going to be in Germany the weekend before PowerCon, Motu Fest, and then do that show, and then fly back to the States, and then almost immediately go out to Motu Fest. So
God,
it's gonna be a fun
talk about some
couple
serious
weeks.
jet lag.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why movie night's going to be good, because I'm going to be up all night watching terrible movies and having fun with you guys. So,
Yeah,
I
he's
still gotta go to
gonna.
bed at a decent time, man. I can't stay up all fucking night, man. No fucking way, dude.
I'll be there with you, Tom. We'll make it happen. I'll pay
Yeah.
for it the next day. Tyler,
We'll do
look at me.
I do not want to pay for it the next day.
No, I'm
we'll do
saying you
we'll do
look.
the Clockwork Orange thing on you, Tyler, where you're just sitting in a chair, strapped down.
He'll have his Z-Quill in his body, and it's like, all right, then maybe if we just open his eyes, maybe he can. He'll be like Major Payne. He can sleep
Yeah.
with his eyes open.
It'll be like,
If
no
only.
more Neil Breen, please, no more
Yeah,
Neil
oh.
Breen.
Admittedly, Tom, because I told you I hadn't watched any of it yet. One night I did watch, I think probably about half an hour of. I can't remember the title of it, but it's the one where he's talking about how he's pretty much the expert on everything ever, and he's got his laptop.
You're gonna have to narrow it down a little bit.
Oh, he does this in every movie?
Yes.
Oh no. If I see the title of it,
He hates laptops. He's always smashing laptops, and they're never turned on, but he's always typing on them.
yeah.
And he's always knocking them over or whatever. He's always the expert on everything. He's always saving the world from everything. He's got godlike powers in all of them.
I guess it had to be.
There's always
I-
something weird going on.
I guess it was Double Down.
Double Down. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
we
his first
actually we just watched that one at when we were out by Monster Palooza. We watched that for the first time. I'll talk to you about that later when we go into
Yeah,
this.
well,
All right.
when we get the convention stuff,
We'll move that.
talk some
We'll move that to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably we should think about if it's Ninjor and Trapjaw, what they're doing in the jungle in the first place, because that might have us lead into the possibilities of why the heroes get involved. Like, what's the situation that would bring them out to that jungle?
I would like to set this at night
Okay.
because I feel like Ninjor, just seeing him in a darkened atmosphere, I think would make him quite formidable, as if he wasn't already.
Yeah.
But that him and Trapjaw have been sent out to the Banshee Jungle to retrieve an artifact of some kind, which I feel like is kind of a common trope. But I almost feel like,
So what if instead of retrieving one, what if they want to destroy one? Like flip it so that they're not.
all right, it's funny you said it, because I was kind of thinking about, okay, what really is going to get going here, because my idea was that maybe Granada is kind of residing in the Banshee Jungle, like in rock form, starts to pick up on some activity. They're not doing anything yet, but if they're going to destroy something, I'm thinking like they're going to set the Banshee Jungle on fire. Like, just
But if they're setting the jungle on fire, for what purpose is it?
well, as a major distraction, because it's their goal. I would almost like to see them succeed. Like, this be a story where the evil warriors do succeed, and not be one where good triumphs every single time.
Okay.
I think-
How about
I think what Tyler's getting at too, maybe with the fires, because we have Snout Spout here, so we're
Yes.
kind of okay. Yeah.
so what if this is just a thought? So what if that from the mini comic, I think it was called was it the Sun Tower or the Sun Spear? It was like this giant round rock that shined the light that healed He-Man when he was covered in the horde slime and everything like that. Do you remember?
Oh
what I'm
yes,
talking about?
yeah, from the Slime Pit mini comic.
Okay. What if that sphere is dwindling in its strength? So they
So
send
Okay.
they send Granita or Granada. They send her Stondar, maybe sends her to a special cave, and in that cave is like a lot of like lava and fires and stuff like that, like little fire spouting pits and whatever, to receive a gemstone that they can put within the sunstone to reignite it, something like that maybe. So that's why Snout Spout and He-Man join her on this dangerous mission to go into this volcano or whatever it is to get this stone. But Trapjaw and Ninjor are basically in this volcano or whatever is in the middle of the jungle, and Skeletor doesn't want them to be.
That was going to be my idea too, is that he's observing the problem with the rock people,
Right,
and just
and he does
dispatches them to just out of, in the name of destruction, just stop them from getting this element,
Yeah.
or jewel that would keep the Sunstone like powered up, so to
Yeah.
speak.
So maybe he sends Ninjor to keep sabotaging things. Like maybe they have to cross a bridge through the jungle, like this
Yeah.
old, like rope bridge, and they're like he's trying to sabotage it from them or do various kinds of things to try and prevent them from getting there. And then when they finally do get there, that's when they bump into Trapjaw and Ninjor, or maybe it's a combination of the two, sabotaging things along the way.
And then I feel like once you've got a big showdown and it gets to where like it's may not be enough, Trapjaw attaches a flamethrower and starts setting fire to the jungle around. So now He-Man and Snout Spout are distracted trying to put out the fire from spreading and burning down the entire fucking jungle. Leaves Granada all by herself. Now, granted, the rock people can kick ass all over the place, but what's more important? Trying to save life, which is what the rock people are all about, or try and retrieve this one stone or element, this jewel that's going to preserve the Sunstone, from drying out. And does she think about the preservation of her people, or the preservation of their current home? And you're gonna have her toss around. Oh my God! Like, what? This is getting out of control. Like, we have one firefighter and the most powerful man in the universe, but he can't do everything. Ninjor and Trapjaw are still like Ninjor engages in a sword fight with He-Man to distract him. You know, and leaves Snout Spout trying to put out fires that Trapjaw's constantly just running rampant all through the jungle. Animals are screaming. Wolf bats have gone crazy coming out in the fire. Like, you've got chaos all over the fucking jungle. Not to mention anything else we want to come up with and throw out in there as well.
Well, I was going to bring up too. We have Stridor that we landed on in the wheel. So how would you like to try to implement Stridor into the peril?
Yeah, maybe.
What if Snout Spout goes with Granitor first? It's just like a partnership. And then, but I feel like did we kind of do that? Well, no, because we had He-Man show up at the end of the story in the last one too, didn't we?
In the one that we did, he showed up on the Sky Sled and jumped in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of
do that. Did he do that in the other one too?
He needs to be there from the beginning. Then, so we need to set him up. Yeah, coming with Stridor. We'll have.
Well, maybe. What if they?
That's the beauty of it. That's what I like about it, having to work all these out, because I like the idea. It's like, even though He-Man is not like anything that we landed on, having Stridor here could easily implement He-Man into the story, but also much like Tom did, is like, oh well, He-Man's here now to try to like help do this, but he's also going to be distracted. So
well, what if it was
maybe that's the reason why Trapjaw would set fire to the jungle once He-Man's arrived. Okay, all right, now we ain't got time to fuck around. Now we got to make a big distraction here if we're just trying to stop them. Like, if it's just Snout Spout and Granitor on this journey.
Well, what if it was Prince Adam? Like, what if Prince Adam was there? Like, for like,
I like that better. I like that better because it's going as like the rock is like
it's the rock people.
Rock people story. Like, the rock people have already established themselves as this major ally to the royal palace, to King Randor, and to everybody. So it's like he's
going almost like on diplomatic measures.
Yeah, like there you go. Yeah, a diplomat. So Snout Spout would go with him, meet up with Granitor, and she volunteers like, let me be the one to go out on behalf of our people here. So Stone Darlet bequeaths this to her to go with Adam and Snout Spout. Stridor takes, because she can fly. I mean, she's turning into a fucking meteor.
Yeah.
So she could fly. Maybe Snout Spout, because Stridor can fit two people, technically speaking. If you look at Clash of Arms, where Fisto and He-Man are riding off together, so you have Snout Spout and Prince Adam riding in Stridor, and Granitor is kind of late going ahead, and just and then lands, and then they trek the jungle, because once she's gonna have to land to go into the jungle. Like, she's not gonna be able to hover above it. Like, she needs to actually ground herself. And I think we would have to set up to, while this meeting's going on, Skeletor's looking at the hover screen and observing that the rock people are in real serious trouble right now. And Ninjor's standing right there with his arms crossed, just waiting for the next mission.
Ooh, I got an idea.
Okay.
What if Trapjaw is at the beginning of the story and he's what damages the Sunstone in the first place?
I like that. All right, setting it up like, but then again, too, how would he get in there without being noticed? I feel like Ninjor.
Okay, then Ninjor would probably make more sense because he can sneak in.
Yeah,
but maybe maybe it's the both of them. Maybe like Trapjaw is fighting.
Maybe Ninjor goes in to do the sneaking parts, and then Trapjaw's with Skeletor. Skeletor looks at Trapjaw and says, "If anything goes awry, burn it to the ground."
Or you'll know what to do. Like, kind of leave it ambiguous story mode, like, but go in together, sabotage the stone, but then when Skeletor's observing, what they're trying to do to
solve it, sends them to the Banshee Jungle, because this is the only way, the only source that they're going to be able to find a way to restore this stone. Follow them there, disrupt their path, whatever you got to do. But if it gets out of control, Trapjaw, you know what to do. Ninjor, you'll know what to do. Like, set fire to the force, get He-Man engaged in a sword fight, get him distracted enough to where he can't concentrate on trying to help Granitor or Snout Spout. So now you've got like this ultimate, like all three
are being pulled in every different direction here with this story with just two evil warriors there.
Would you like to have any bit of dialogue in here where when Prince Adam and Snout Spout are riding on Stridor, where Snout Spout is like, I don't know why you brought me on this mission. I don't feel like one of the.
No, we're
one
not
of the
doing
crew."
that Billy Jack bullshit. No,
Okay.
no. Snout's supposed to be right there because he's a fucking alpha male, man.
What if he's also there to talk with this is just an idea I'm throwing out. We'll see what you think. But maybe what if he was there because he was this new relationship that is forming between the Comet people. Okay, first, do you call them the Comet people or do you call them the Rock people?
I
Because
tend to go with the
they're
Rock
kind of
people
referred to
just
as
because I
both.
think that's how they were introduced to me when I was even though the Comet Warriors. But
Yeah.
I both work just as great. I can't sit there and say one is better than the other.
Okay, so this partnership is forming, where it's like you got these civilization of these Comet warrior people, Rock warriors, and then you've got the Palace of Randor. That's obviously what Skeletor wants to try and sabotage. He doesn't want them to be a strong ally.
Yeah.
So that's why he sends Ninja. But maybe Snout Spout, in coming out with Prince Adam, like with the whole diplomacy thing, maybe Snout Spout's there because he wants to see like if anybody would like to join like I always imagined he was part of like the fire prevention crew at the palace. Like he like helps if there's any like
I like to
fire
think that
instances.
he is the one that kind of got it started.
Okay,
Like he is the one. He's the leader of it. Much
Right.
like Rio Blast is the captain of law enforcement. Snout Spout is the fire chief, so to speak, of the Royal Fire Brigade.
okay, so maybe he's there to see if like maybe any of them would like to join that fire brigade because they're made of stone. Like they won't burn.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they make great rescuers because they could go right into.
They can go right in and grab people
and
pull them out.
Village, whatever, and they fucking brilliant idea. That's genius. So yeah, that's a great idea because up to that point, I'm sure Manners is probably working on some robotics to join the fire brigade. But then the idea, much like I think I talked with Nathan in another previous discussion where having like that heroic how the concept character of the Rock people start off as like a more human with the Rock features. Like you could turn that into a guy who's trying to harness the power of like what the Rock people's body's made out of as like a body armor. So trying to recruit, but just kind of where the fuck was I going with that? Fuck it. No,
but in general,
yeah.
they're fireproof. So like he could see, it's like, hey, he's like, I came out because I wanted to talk to you guys. It's true, you guys came from space. You basically can turn into comets, and maybe like Rock-On demonstrates it, and like in front of him, he's like, that's amazing. He goes, you guys would be perfect for fire, for the fire brigade, and something like that. And that's explains why he happens to be there at that time. Not knocking
that would
him
be
as a
something
hero.
that would take place in the Royal Palace when Randor is telling Adam about this diplomatic mission out to the Rock people, what we can do to help them out. And Snout Spout throws this idea across him, like, I've been thinking about this with Man at Arms, like, the Rock people are impervious to fire. Like, what if we were to recruit a couple of them to help out with how we can strengthen our services and preventing, fires, in our areas with villages, the forest, protecting the animals. Maybe learn how we can, improve our armor, make it more fireproof, just learn more.
Fire resistant.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would set him up. And
That set him up. And then they, of course, would ride in on Stridor. And or at least Prince Adam could. Snout Spout wouldn't need it to as well. But then once they get there, that's when they get there, they find out that at that point that something had happened with the Sunstone. In the middle of their conversation, some Rock person runs up and says,
because
blah, blah, blah.
they could say, like you're greeted by Stone Dart, and he's like, what brings you here? And they're just like, well, we would love to help you right now, but we got a bit of a crisis with our people.
Yeah,
and our Sunstone is been what's the word? Sabotaged, and we don't know how. And Prince Adam looks at and recognizes it's either the method of Ninja or Trapjaw, based on whichever one. They're together, but it could be a method that Ninja has done or something that Trapjaw would be notorious for doing, like biting right into the fucking rock.
The story could actually start off at night with Ninjor sneaking in and doing his thing to the Sunstone and like doing the whole, not like the dastardly thing where it's like yeah, like, but
Yeah.
it's like that's the
He
thing where
wouldn't need to say anything. He would just
no, he
would
wouldn't.
just
He
wait
would
for the
just
rock
do it.
people to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, just snoop down, attach something to it that would cause it to is to sabotage us. Something an element that would be counteractive
Yeah.
to what it's made
Maybe,
out of.
maybe he sticks some kind of an amulet or something on there that Skeletor gave him, and it's drained its power in some
It's
form
like
or fashion.
dissolved right into the sunstone, like an anti-element, something that
Yeah.
would be the opposite of what the sunstone would whatever minerals that would be negative
Mhm.
towards that. It'd be something so simple that would be new to the rock people because they're new to this planet, so they have no idea what would cause this. Plus, the sunstone, as we see in the mini comic, we don't know if it's an element of their people or something that they discovered on Eternia and have decided to use it for themselves.
Yeah, it's never really explained. What were you going to say, Nathan?
I was just going to say, with them being new to the planet, that also kind of plays into the whole aspect of wanting to recruit them, take a couple of them to recruit just based off of their fire-resistant nature, but also for Man-at-Arms to just maybe study them more, since they would be that new that they're looking at it. It's like, well, what could we take from these to try to harness this and do the armor? So definitely make a point to work that in somehow of like,
Yeah.
This is still a fresh thing of the rock people trying to formulate their own populace on the planet.
Yeah. So then we got to figure out, okay, so they're not from here. They wouldn't know what they could potentially, or where they could potentially go then to solve the problem. Maybe Stordar is wise enough to know that it's like we need a energy source of great heat or something to be able to replenish the heat of the sunstone, something like that maybe. So either Prince Adam needs to know where to go, or Snout Spout needs to know where to go. I guess Strider could know where to go, but how would he be able to relay that?
I would say take a detour to Castle Grayskull, but I kind of feel like that needed to be set up at the beginning of the story. Like we'd have to revamp and have Stondar come to the Royal Palace, tell King Randall what's going on. Adam would have to go to Grayskull to ask the sorceress, okay, what can we do? And she tells him there's an element or a jewel located in the Banshee jungle, in this, similar to Volcano Cave, but a cave filled with volcanic geysers and all kinds of obstacles.
I got an idea. What if this amulet thing that Ninjor uses to siphon the energy off the sunstone, he's going to take it to Skeletor, but he bumps into Trapjaw in Snake Mountain, and Snake Mountain, Trapjaw takes it and he attaches it to his arm, and now it's given him a super flamethrower. So now the energy from the sunstone has now like charged him up. So now he thinks he can just take over Eternia. Like he doesn't need Skeletor anymore. So he's going to go show off how strong he is by just starting to torch down like various locations, including the jungle. Like maybe he's going off to take out the jungle. So now we don't have to worry about them going to find some artifact. They just need to get that thing off of them. And then
how are they going to find out? I was going to say, how are they going to realize though then that Trapjaw or that Ninjor took this, and that Trapjaw, like it's not just some like they reckon. How are they going to find out that they're going to recognize that this is why Trapjaw has an enhanced, fire cannon, on his body there, which I feel like something like he probably would eat.
Would he eat it, or would he just
much like Eternia, when he ate the chunk of Eternia, it made him as strong as He-Man.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like something like that. That's why I almost felt like either taking a chunk of the Sunstone.
Yeah, so they would just have to keep him by a toilet for about 2 weeks, and then they can
so
get
I
it
have
back.
to have like a little bit of a time passes.
Yeah. All right, so that probably wouldn't work, because you're right. He probably would eat it if you're going to follow his behavior from something else, and then that would just make it so you couldn't reuse it again. So okay, so then I guess we go back to the idea of them wanting to grab some kind of element to restore it, repower it.
Yeah.
What if
much like And I like to use kind of like the fire jewels that were used in Colossal Awakes, like the ones that went up in that one cave. That's all that it, because it erupts in fire. Like, we don't, like, He-Man didn't take all the fire jewels, but what if there's a cave in the Banshee jungle that has fire jewels?
Yeah, something like that. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Like, see,
Okay.
like it's like a volcano or something like that. I figured volcano because it's in the middle of a jungle, and
Yeah.
maybe it's got him in there. Um,
They could
So-
maybe even make a point to say, like, maybe there would be this in this cave. We're not sure, and then
Yeah.
bring up maybe the previous. We thought that these were to be the last of these here, and they're gone. But
Yeah.
there could be a chance that
There's something about this particular cave that's deep in the Banshee jungle that may have the last resource of fire jewels on the planet.
And that could be a thing too, that maybe the sorceress mentions to Adam somehow. Then in that scenario,
who was it? Helios? Was it Helios that
But
was
the fire people, let's see, that would be cool if we were. But then, okay, then what are we? How are we going to set up? Like, that's when I feel like we'd have to restart and have Stoner comes to the Royal Palace, tells them what's going on with the Sunstone. Adam is aware of the fire people, and goes to goes as He-Man with Stridor to ask Helios. That's a brilliant idea. Of are you aware of this, of the Sunstone on Eternia? And like, okay, we have a very friendly race of people who are using is a life force in their village. Do you know of anything that could help restore the power in it? And he mentions that fire jewels are the only thing they're going to be able to keep the Sunstone going. We're aware that the one of the two remaining batches went up in a cave, a great ways from here, which Adam remembers. Okay, that's the events of Colossal Awakes is when that happened.
He mistakenly says, "Oh yeah, I know, I was there." Oh wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. It just shows Adam like grabbing a big hand, or He-Man grabbing a big handful. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I heard that went up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
As he winks at the camera.
Right. Well, see, that's actually a much cleaner setup. So like the beginning could be the dark scene with Ninjor tampering,
sabotaging
it.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the palace where you have King Randor and like Stondar, maybe Granita and Rockon or whoever. They approach the king. They express the situation and ask for help because they're not as familiar with the surroundings and know what to do. Snout Spout could already be there with Prince Adam and like just in the palace room or whatever, or maybe Prince Adam suggests taking Snout Spout with.
I always think like
because of the fire.
Well, I was thinking like Granita and Stondar are there, but Rockon comes in with Snout Spout and saying, "We just got done talking with Man at Arms about possible fire retardant, rock, armor, to kind of get that." And then when
they had a side conversation as they were walking in.
Yeah, we just got done, converse with Man at Arms, like we think this might be a good idea, is to help strengthen the fire brigade. And then when Snout Spout learns that He-Man's got to go talk to the fire people, is like, I heard they're pretty hot headed, Adam. Like He-Man might need some help, with the fire.
There you
people,
go.
Which is true. Helios was very, very short fused in his one appearance. So
the moment anybody says fire, he's just like, fire.
Yeah,
he just like freaks out.
Yeah, just immediately it's like I would much rather go with the prince as or go with He-Man. Just kind of set him up as like a nice little possible like foil of like the fire people,
which kind of makes sense because Rockon seemed like he was more of like the more brash,
like
the more brash. Fight, yeah, that kind of a guy. Like, plus I also see him like if Stondar and Granita are like we need to go and get help, that he kind of wanders off and then starts like talking to Man at Arms or whoever else happens to be around. He seems to be the more curious of types.
Yeah,
between them. So yeah, I can totally see that setup, and then that's when maybe Stondar assigns or like Granita like volunteers. I'll go on this mission.
Grace, let me be the one to go with He-Man to go talk to. I want to establish a connection with these people who to see if they're willing to help us.
Yeah.
So she needs to go as the ambassador. So Stondar goes back to the village. Rockon stays back at the palace.
Yeah. He's hanging out with Man at Arms.
Yeah.
Prince Adam then goes as representative of the castle with them, and they use Strador on the way out.
Yeah. To go visit the fire people.
There you go.
Right.
Why are you,
And then
are you smiling?
Helios.
I
will
no,
then-
I just I don't know. There's something about these episodes for me that just the workshopping that's going on. So we started with one idea, we kind of backtracked, we kind of went this way. It's like, let's do all right, clean slate. What do we and now we're kind of in a position now to where we're setting more of the stage. So
Well, that's the thing. It's like as we're going through it, we're talking about, we're finding like where the loopholes are and like
Yeah.
holes in the plot, and then
Yeah.
how do you resolve that? Like how would they know where to go? Well, they wouldn't. So you got to figure that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
if we were
smiling,
actually
'cause-
given the keys, like come up with one good idea for a He-Man cartoon. Just give us one episode. Just how quickly you can put it together. We did this just like farting ideas out there.
Mhm.
You know,
with random selected characters chosen
yeah,
by a wheel.
nothing preconceived. Nothing. We came to the table with nothing. No clean slate. Not knowing what to do, where to go, who to use.
Yeah.
And look, we're already up and running
I
here.
love
So
it.
So I would suggest then, in the process of them going to the fire people, or maybe once they get there, that we should have some kind of an action moment. Like maybe Trapjaw shows up on a dune buggy and attacks, or
just to
something
me,
else.
attempts to stop. You know, like Skeletor's aware. Okay, I've sabotaged the Sunstone. Recognize that, like observing the Royal Palace, they're looking to try and you know get answers from the fire people. I got to stop them from doing that in the name of destruction. So yeah, Trapjaw dispatched on a war sled, trying to destroy their path. You know, from getting, you know, because if you remember the episode, there's like a lot of volcanic area around where the fire people live. You know, where the Temple of the Spellstone is.
Mhm.
You know, just a big distraction, like thinking that he's succeeded, and then hauls ass, and then the heroes are left to find a way to get. Well, that's when Strider really comes into play.
Yeah,
and carries Adam and Snoutsbutt across this chasm that nobody else would, because he's a machine. You know, so and
yeah, and Granita could fire
fly
up,
over. Yeah,
fire up, and then they could either sand off and do something, like maybe that's a moment for Granita to,
or she chases him off.
yeah,
Like,
chases him off, turns into a comet, and flies out.
Reforms the meteor form and just goes after him.
Yeah,
and chases him off. You know, so
Yeah.
we give her something to do, thinking she's dispatched Trapjaw, so that can, well, yeah, we give Trapjaw a little bit of a vendetta towards her, like thinking I could just bite into her rock form, her, like later on, like he's hoping to, like I'll get even with her, you know, I'll come up with something to take out that rock person.
yeah.
So we get him out, and then Strider gets the heroes across the chasm to get into the fire people,
and then
and
she
that's when
joins up.
Adam.
Yeah,
She shows up as a representative of the rock people, and of course the rock people, not recognizing Adam because they only know He-Man, and they don't know Strider and Snoutsbutt, they come up apprehensive. So that's what Snoutsbutt's ready to go with water, his axe, and Adam's like, no, we're not here for that. We're they're fire people, but they're not our enemies. Trust me, I'm aware of this. So we set up tension.
The camera.
You reignite the tension that we had in the first time you meet the fire people. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Nathan?
No, I just said, and then he like winks at the camera.
Yeah,
It's like,
then-
I know them.
Yeah.
I would almost wonder if there would be some kind of like side-eyed tension between Spout and like the fire people too. It's like there's like people that are made of actual fire.
And I could see that. I could see, like, that's why you.
He's got
with aggressive eyes, not sad mopey eyes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Prince Adam's role here would be the peacekeeper amongst
Yes.
everybody.
And Granted as well, because she's a woman of peace, much like the rock people, and she's emphasizing, we're new to your planet, but we're here to be allies with you. We're not here to take anything from you. We want to learn from you. And Helios will calm his men down, calm his fire cat, the firebird, have everyone, and brings them into his throne room and sits down with them and learns about their problem. And that's when, the fire people have gained a new legitimate ally and a member of the royal palace, and a new race of people, the rock people.
Mm-hmm.
And Snoutsbutt is like learning that not all fire is bad.
Yeah, that would be a good.
So we have a learning moment for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then and tells them that yes, what you're looking for is located in this deep volcanic cavern inside the Banshee jungle. But beware, there are wolf bats, and a bunch of other exotic, crazy man-eating creatures lurking in this jungle.
maybe there's an evolutionary fire bat inside the cave. Maybe a big one. It's
One
it's
that breathes fire or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
That could be.
You
Yeah.
had that fire like panther cat that was in the cave. Maybe
Yeah.
there's just a like if the whole jungle's like filled with these bats, maybe there's just like the one that's in there that's just the fire one.
Almost like it's the guardian of
Yeah.
of like
Yeah, like
they
you-
warn that there's a lost guardian of this made of fire.
Mhm.
You know, we're aware, or maybe because it was a lost art or like a something that belonged to the fire people. It's been so long forgotten that the spellstone is really the only artifact they're worried about protecting on them because of how devastating it is. These are just jewels that are just they're lost, but they're still under our protection.
Yeah, it could be just one of those things where it's just like, you know, similar to the cave. There will be a protector.
Yeah.
Of the crystal, the fire crystals. So, you know, be wary of
And-
this.
yeah.
And having all that mentioned beforehand is obviously leading to you're going to get some good action later on.
Right.
coming
Yeah,
up
because
in
we're
the
going to be
story.
set up the classic hero's journey of going through traps and tribulations through territory that, you know, yeah, we've seen in one episode, but to really expand upon, like, why would they call it the Banshee Jungle? You know, we got to have banshees of some kind. I feel like it needs to kind of live up to its name. Like it's got to be the home of like a very malicious species of banshees, along with, you know, wolf bats, snakes, you know, manticores. I mean, we could really fill it up with all kinds of like familiar and very unfamiliar, you know, creatures, monsters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or
That's
even
always-
even a race of like, you know, primitive, you know, aggressive, you know, creature like people. Like they just, this is where they live. Their tribe lives inside the Banshee Jungle, you know, and you can't reason with these people because they're not peaceful. They're, you know,
Savages.
What if
Yeah.
what if they are the banshees? What if they have like tribal paint on them that make them look like they're ghostly?
that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Our primitive race will be why it's called the Banshee Jungle. It's this very fierce tribe, much like the Fire People. But these you can't reason with these people. These are full on fucking savages, man. They just assume eat you, you know, then speak to you, that kind of thing. Like
you could do the whole thing where they're like being chased by them through this jungle, and then all of a sudden they stop, and then they run off, and you're like, well, what was that all about? And then that's when the guardian shows itself. Like
now are they going to get? Which means they're probably to get a little ways into the cave before that, because I almost feel like the guardian's going to be really close to the fire jewels, so they're going to have to go through this cave. Are we going to have any perils before they run to the banshees, and they run to the cave, and then they stop and recognize that, okay, this is a place that we don't go in here. This is as far as we go. Our people, like, I like that idea. That they stop and you recognize
they stop. They stop
they're
before they
afraid of-
go into it. They won't
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah, because they're aware of what's in there,
Yeah.
or they think they're aware of it. Like they don't know. They just know that they all learned
Yeah.
that we do not go in there because whatever goes in does not come out.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. So I think we should have like a nice big fight before they realize, like, look, we can't reason with the people. We gotta get away from them, or something. And then I feel like then they got to figure out how they're gonna know where the cave is at. I'm sure Helios will kind of give an idea where this cave is at, and they're gonna have to go around where the banshees probably would live.
They could have a throwaway line where it's like, we'll program into Stridor where
feed him the coordinates
yeah
into the computer panel on him, and he'll walk us
as far as he can. Yeah,
as far as he can through there. Yeah,
and then the rest is on them.
Yeah, and I like that. But then they're gonna, and then Strider will kind of be aware, like, you know, Adam or He-Man, I'm picking up some very harsh, you know.
Strider talked in the cartoon, but he didn't in the comic, right?
He talked in the comic, and he talked in the Golden Book, and he talked in he's talked in pretty much every incarnation.
Okay.
Except the shitty Netflix series. Fuck that.
Well, that
one of many reasons suck balls.
But that ended up not even being Strider. That ended up being Night Stalker, right? Like that was the trick.
Who cares?
I checked out. Fuck that show and everyone involved. You hear me?
All right. So if that will be one parallel, is like they're just getting attacked by these tribal people.
Yeah.
You've got the end boss,
and they scream
kind of
really loud when they attack. That's how you know that
yeah,
they're
that's
coming.
why they're called the Banshees or something.
Yeah.
Because they're wailing. You got the guardian at the actual volcano.
And we got to work the wolf bats in there as well. I just feel like it's a nice homage to Disappearing Act. We got to work them in as maybe the first attack that they go through as they enter the Banshee jungle, like Adam or He-Man at this point. Because at what point do we need to recognize, okay, Adam is either no longer part of this mission and he's got to become He-Man? Because once we've already had the diplomatic mission with the fire people.
What if he falls into a trap, like a booby trap of the Banshee people? Like maybe it's a pit, and Prince Adam falls into it, and they're going to try to help him out, but they all come in attacking, and they're distracted. They can't get to him. And that's when he transforms.
Something's going to really have to send them away, because we're going to have to believe that Stridor, Granada, and Snoutspout are going to be running away from the pit that Adam has fallen into.
Well, I figured at this point, Strider is probably off to the side because he can't travel through like the thick jungle part yet. Maybe like he had, because he's a horse. And if this is like a jungle,
this mechanical horse who overleaped the chasm by going to the fire people, I can't do jungle. I can't do vines.
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of like trees and vines. Wouldn't he get tangled up? Like he'd lose his footing, wouldn't you think? Do you see a horse going through a jungle, like a rainforest?
I mean, if
like a regular horse.
If Battlecat's
a tiger.
Yeah, and I feel like now a regular horse, yeah, but I feel like Stridor could, if his hooves got tangled up in vines, I feel like that those metal legs would just tear the vines. Like,
but I think you could work it in the fact that it's putting in the element of it's so thick that he can only go so far.
Okay, I can work with this myself too on this, because then it takes away a means of transportation going forward, because they need to be quiet going through here, and because Strider is a big mechanical horse, it's not like he's going to be very quiet with his thump, thump, thump,
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? They are getting chased by, after they've separated from Stridor, they're getting chased by.
They go on foot.
They go on foot. They get ambushed by the Banshees. The Banshees then start chasing them through the jungle, and you get like a moment like in Predator where Arnold takes that one step and he slides, and they end up getting separated. Where Grenada,
that's where I was going. The minute he says, "Okay, they're going to get separated here," and lose track of where Adam's at in the chaos.
In the chaos, so they like slide over this direction, and then you've got Prince Adam sliding over this way. So in a moment where Snoutspout and Grenada seem to be just completely surrounded by them, they're all around, then you get Prince Adam turning into He-Man and then coming in to get them out of that situation. But that was only a temporary thing. They're still around, and they're still going to be coming back later on in the story when they get to him by the actual volcano. So
they're being attacked by the Banshees at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are they getting ready? Are they getting cornered like Granada and Snoutspout are pretty much kind of like Snoutspout got his axe out. Granada's like, look, I don't want to fight these people. It's like, you don't have much of a choice here. They're not here to be friends with us. And they're just piling in. Like He-Man swings in on a vine and drops down right in front of them.
Yeah, like maybe he does like a power slam, like with his hands on the ground, and just sends them up, like flying in the air or something like that. And it's just a moment for them to get away, not necessarily hurt them or fight with them, but just a moment to get out.
But then are we still going to set the point where they chase them all the way to the cave, and then they turn and run for what's inside?
Yeah, it's just I'm going to see it. Yeah, it's just a temporary thing. They scatter, but they still have to move, and the Banshees are still in hot pursuit.
They get up angrier. So because you have to lead to the point where they're still getting chased. They get into the cave, the Banshees stop, and you're not in.
Yeah.
But also I think that's when you could work in, because you're talking about.
All right, then I think, okay, if we're going to do that, then we'll set up the wolf bats as the first obstacle inside the cave. Well, bats are in the cave.
I was gonna say with the wolf bats, why not make them the thing that it's like they're walking through, and it's like,
that almost could be one of the things that separates them first. is that because if they get chased, the wolf bats like come in this mass, I mean, spread, and you're just running trying to get out of it. I can see Prince Adam getting lost in the chaos, takes the dive, falls out, and then when they get out of it, that's when Granada and Snoutspout like, what the hell is that screaming? Like, we just lost the fire bats. That's not the fire bats. What is that? The Banshees come out and surround them immediately. And then, He-Man shows up for the big He-Man moment, smashes the ground to get them out of the way. And we got to get the hell out of here. Let's just go. And then it sets up the Banshees to start chasing them down through the jungle. So you got this big, like, just trek of just go running until they finally make it to the cave.
Oh, I was thinking either two, just when they get into the cave, the Banshees stop.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you get what
I was gonna say, you could have the thing where they're in the cave, have the wolf bats there. There could be this line saying like, "Oh, wolf bats, like I've dealt with this familiar." Da, da, da. Play them up to where it's like whatever, but then the Guardian comes in and like I don't know, eats some of them to really set the stage. It's like, oh, this is the bigger threat here that they unknowingly they're thinking maybe it could be wolf bats and that's it. And then you have the Guardian come in and.
Yeah, it could be like one of them saying it's like, oh, this must be the Guardians that Helios was talking about, and that's when the bigger one comes out and like scares all the other little ones away.
Or I almost felt like I thought you were gonna say, Tom, is that when He-Man says, no, these are wolf bats. I know what these are.
Yeah.
And so and then they get through it. Maybe Snoutspout like uses water from his tank and starts spraying them all down, with intense, fire hose spray. Granted, like blocks it all up. It's more about He-Man, maybe using his intense wind power to like blow them away and that kind of thing without harming them.
Yeah. What if Trapjaw comes back? He's got like that pounder attachment on his arm, right?
Yeah. Like the jackhammer.
Yeah. What if he uses that to cave in the entrance? So he thinks they're stuck in there.
Okay, I like that setup because that means we need to set up how Ninjor and Trapjaw are aware, because Trapjaw has been scared off by Granada by trying to sabotage their trip to the Fire People. So then they have got to be following.
Maybe there's
somehow.
Maybe there's that little robotic spy bot thing that looks like
the spy bat from like The Secret of the Dragon's Egg.
Yeah. Maybe one of those is in the jungle and it's just relaying it back to Skeletor. Or to Trapjaw.
Or like a device like Ninjor and Trapjaw have like this device that is linked up to the spy bat and is pointing out like what direction they're going in.
Yeah.
Like we know what they're after. Like Skeletor has like sent the spy bat out. Okay, this will help follow the spy bat, and is projecting exactly what the spy bat is seeing, and leads them to the cave. And Trapjaw just dismantles the opening to the cave. So because they don't know what's in there, but we just He-Man will get it. Well, we'll be waiting for them when they do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they're well aware He-Man can dig himself out of something like that, or maybe they think we've sunk the whole cave. Like the cave is,
Well, I mean, I guess you could go back then and say that like that might be the moment where Prince Adam then has to turn into He-Man. Maybe they do that because he thinks it's Prince Adam's Snoutspout ingredient.
Yeah, that would probably be a better way to work it.
Okay, so then we got to scrap Adam getting lost, and that the group themselves, because then Adam can't transform in the cave with Snoutspout and Granada in there. He's got to maintain. Can't break kayfabe. So he's got to either be separated before they go into the cave.
Well, I mean, it could also just be like the shattered rock. See, like Trapjaw pounds the entrance, that all collapses, but maybe some other stuff inside collapses too, and it separates the two of them or the three of them. So like maybe there's just a wall of rock that falls between Prince Adam and Snoutspout,
or like between the two, like Granada and Snoutspout are separated more closer to the entrance. That's also broken up. Adam's separated by himself further into the cave.
Yeah,
no, that wouldn't make it. But how the hell did you get in here from inside the cave? It almost
we
need to look like He-Man came in from the outside. But you rescued Prince Adam
But you also have to think about the prospect of if they did that in the cave like that, they'd be like, "Oh, where did Prince Adam go?" That would probably be a better way.
They would just do what they always do and be like, "Oh,
He's
I helped.
safe.
I'm safe. I put him in a safe place."
I think we probably need to backtrack then to the part where you're talking about it's like Arnold and Predator and they're sliding, they get separated that way. He turns into He-Man there. He-Man says to them, "Oh, I found Adam. He's back with Strider."
Stridor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way it kind of establishes that like you
Or
take
King
Adam.
Randor sent me to watch, or just I just felt like we need to sit there and say like yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll say
Okay.
I got him back to Stridor safely.
Yeah.
I've heard about what you guys are going or looking for, and I'm just here to help.
Okay, so then you wouldn't be able to do the cave-in thing because you're right. Like Trapjaw would know well enough that He-Man could bust through that, so that
Yeah.
wouldn't be like a real. That would just be more of a deterrence, but not necessarily a big one.
I think maybe you save Trapjaw and Ninjor for when everyone else
When they come out of the cave,
when the Guardians defeated and they come out of the cave.
Yeah, and
they're there to
Trapjaw
just
sets fire to the jungle, and then Ninjor is like having like a big sword fight with He-Man.
Yeah.
So
Save
then-
them for the climax of the story.
Yeah, just when you think they Ninjor shows at the beginning, Trapjaw shows up about a quarter way in the story, and then they come back at the end with the spy bat, observing what they're doing, seeing they found success, and Skeletor says, all right, you know your orders, stop them from leaving the cave or prevent them from leaving the Banshee jungle with the jewel that they're looking for. That's going to fix the Sunstone.
So how do we then set up our encounter with the
finale?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then they've tangled with the Banshees, and they realize that this is going to this big chase through the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jumping over stuff, swinging on vines. A couple of quick tussles. We need to see He-Man like doing some fisticuffs with a couple of them, like having a brief like sword fight, slash punch, and realize that their numbers are too great, and this is a waste of time. Like we can't stand here and fight. We got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're following Strider gave him Strider was given the directions on how to get to the fucking cave. Now, unless He-Man has like a contact that can communicate with Stridor,
Well,
if the coordinates are fed into Stridor, we were to assume that he was going to lead them straight to the cave. But if we're going to take him out of the story,
well, it could be one of those things where it's like he got him to a certain point, like he was leading him in a certain direction, and he could since he can talk, you basically say, like, unfortunately, this is as far as I'm able to go. But
maybe there needs to be like a landmark in the jungle that would let them know. Okay,
you see the smoke coming from the volcano top. That's head towards that, or keep going in this direction. You will get there.
Yeah,
or like something like that. Yeah, a signal of
or like maybe there's like three particular things
or
that they have to see.
A tree that's in the shape of something, like something that you could not miss. If you found this tree in the center at this particular place, then the cave is just beyond these vines and
like little like moniker like iconic things that are in the jungle. It's like I'm for some reason thinking of like Romancing the Stone. It's like they got the treasure map and they see like okay that forked tree. When you see that, you go this way. Like now you see like the waterfall. Okay, now you go this way. It's like those continuous like things, and eventually it leads them to where they need to go.
Because there's a classic storytelling devices. Like I love a good treasure map story. Looking for these things. So yes, it's kind of what I was thinking as well.
And then the whole thing too is when they're having the little schmaz with the Banshees, but then they're having to not necessarily. I guess it is kind of retreating to a degree, but they're running away from them. That as they're running away, that's when they spot the landmarks. We go there. We're in the cave. The Banshees stop.
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Why did they stop?"
Yeah. So this could be a fun element if we're going to be setting it up so that there's these like landmarks that they have to find in order. Each one of these landmarks could come with its own peril thing. Like the first landmark might have the bats. The wolf bats.
They come out of the ground or something like that. When you cross like this.
Yeah,
it's like it's just it. Much like at any time in a cave, like
you disturb
a bat nest.
Yeah, you disturbed them, and now they're like all flying out after you. The next one might have some other kind of a beast. Maybe it's a shadow beast or something else. And then the final thing is where the Banshees are. And maybe the final thing with the Banshees is a rope bridge, like crossing like some chasm in the
I love
jungle.
that. I was actually kind of thinking about one of those as well. Like something
Yeah,
Strider wouldn't dare go across because he'd be too fucking heavy. You
yeah.
know.
So that they race across that, and like maybe like it breaks or something like that, or they get it across it in some way, but they think maybe it's like, okay, we've gotten away from them, but then the Banshee starts swinging on vines coming over, like
Yeah.
like Snoutspout, like, don't these guys ever stop? And then they run and they get to the cave, and that's when they actually stop. Like they won't go in there.
Yeah. They
And
recognize the one moniker, like the symbol in the cave itself. Like they see that and they just scatter. It's something that they've all been taught. Like
Yeah,
like
perfect, Tom.
that
Working in
Island
the
Temple of
elements.
Doom that Indiana Jones comes up to, and there's like the blood and the severed fingers on it, like something
Mhm.
just like that freaks out the locals. Like that's what the Banshees would see. This thing, like, they're speaking in a language they don't understand. They just get the fuck out of there. It just means danger when they see this like totem.
Yeah,
You know,
like you could have like in the word bubble, like the like gibberish of whatever their language is with
Yeah.
like the little like star, and then when you look down at the bottom of the panel and there's a little cube that explains what it says, it just says fuck, and then you just go away.
yeah, fuck this. You know,
Yeah, that's what it says. It's written for kids.
Yeah. But then
Oh.
and then He-Man puts it together. Like, okay, they must recognize like what this is. So
Yeah.
we got to work cut out.
We
for
must
us,
be
guys.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
they get in, they see the beast. So what? Maybe that's where Snoutspout can shine. Like maybe like in the battle of fighting with them, like He-Man holds on to the beast. Like if it's spitting fire and everything like that, maybe He-Man's able to grapple onto it, and then Snoutspout sprays water to kind of
to
put out,
counteract it.
yeah, counteract it, put it in its mouth, make it so like it fizzes out.
Almost
or-
like water, like is almost like a toxin to it. Like
Or-
water it's almost like gagging and choking.
yeah,
Team is trying to keep it from and granted is like shielding yourself from it so that you can get to the jewel.
yeah,
or
like
the fire jewels that are that's behind it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're taking care of the beast while she goes to get the jewel, and
Yeah.
the water maybe doesn't kill the thing, but he
No.
doesn't like it, and goes away as a result of the water, because it's probably something it's never had to deal with.
Yeah, and I would set up the fire as like it's this very, monstrous demonic beast that He-Man's grappling with physically. Snoutspout's trying to, and then they realize it's breathing fire. Like, oh, Snoutspout, oh, I got this, and
Mhm.
and just counter and like empties out his fucking tank, trying to battle this thing.
Yeah,
Or no, because I almost feel like we're gonna set up Trapjaw at the end with that. I don't want to do that quite yet.
I mean, you could set up to where he uses most of his tank, and then you could have that come into play with.
Yeah, where he's got to find like another water source when they've left the cave and all hell breaks loose in the jungle.
or if you're really wanting to like be burning like the forest and everything like that, like that could be one aspect of it. But maybe like he does run out of the like water, or he doesn't have enough. Like maybe he's like, yeah, I got this, and then he like goes to shoot, and he's like, I guess I used all of it.
Yeah,
That could be a moment where like Trapjaw and then turns and he's like about to blast him with fire, and then Granita steps in with like her arm,
yeah.
and shields him,
And then we set them up for a big fight. So then we
Yeah.
got Ninjor and He-Man, Trapjaw and Granite, and then Snoutspout's finding a way to try and put out this big forest fire.
possibly, yeah. But I'm trying to think of how you would do that then without actually having the water.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He'd have to run and just hope to God he finds a water source nearby, like a pond, a river, something close by within the vicinity, in a matter of urgency of like, I've got to do something to help. I can't just stand here and let this place burn. So you got this great sense of urgency of like He-Man trying to stop Ninjor, and Trapjaw's trying to stop Granita, and then
But also, she wouldn't be putting up much of a fight against Trapjaw though, because she's still in that mind of like, I'm
well,
peaceful.
when he's like attacking her and like takes a chunk out of her, like, and she's blocking it, and because she refused to fight, that's when he bites into her shoulder or her arm and takes a chunk out because of, I just feel like he could, at least let her know, like, I'm not fucking around here, and you don't have a choice.
Well,
What if we scrap the idea of Trapjaw lighting everything on fire and have it more so to where Trapjaw takes a bite out of her. She's not necessarily fighting back. Snoutspout wants to use water to like, because water would trap Jaw. You think
Would rust his jaw. Or something.
yeah, but he doesn't have any water, so instead, that's when you have Snoutspout maybe bring out the axe.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Maybe
Okay.
maybe Granita does the initial like blocking with the fire, and then Trapjaw's like, "Oh, can't wait to take a chunk out of you," and then he's about to lead in with the bite, and then that's when Snoutspout comes in with the axe. So now you've got Trapjaw switching his arm to his
like his
his
blade. Like he's got
blade.
like a sword. Yeah.
his blade. So now you got Snoutspout and Trapjaw going at like melee combat. You've got Ninjor going off with He-Man. She's a pacifist, so she's not doing anything. So maybe she's putting out the fire. You know, like maybe she's kicking up dirt or
grabbing
rolling.
animals, like having moments where she's rescuing any wildlife that she can, that she sees as
Oh,
imperiled.
wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You say what you're going to say first, and then I'll say what I was.
I don't know if it kind of if it takes away the savagery of that, but maybe the Banshees.
I was just about to
work
say
together
that
because they're seeing their land destroyed, so they are more concentrated on the fire.
Wait, what
and
if
she sees like maybe a young Banshee like caught off to the side and grabs it, or just starts working alongside with the Banshees to help. If the fire is taking off and scaring them, she's trying to help put it out, save some of the Banshee tribal members, like the women, the children. They anything that sets her up as an ally to them in those moments of like sheer panic.
They could see her attempting to put out the fire.
Yeah.
And from there, like, you think it's just going to be her trying to put out this fire, and then that's when the Banshees come in. Maybe they've got like water sacks or something made from skins or something like that, and they're helping to put out like the fire with her.
Well, yeah, almost. That's when I almost feel like Trapjaw in that moment, is shot multiple shots of fire with a flamethrower at the village, and one of them, she comes in and blocks it. And then sees the chaos behind her, and then darts off. Shit.
So
no, never mind.
But he's going to be busy fighting. Are you saying that he does this prior?
He does this first, and then sets the jungle on fire in their village as the big distraction. And then when she blocks like one final like fireball or something like that, then he looks like he's getting ready to attack her. Like you said, I can't wait to take a chunk out of you. And then Snoutspout comes in, and stops him with the axe to let him know that, no, you're going to tangle with me. And then leaves her freed up.
It leaves her free to go help with the fire.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was thinking, like, if it could come back to, it's like if these Banshee people are like in the woods and they are in the jungle and they are witnessing the fact that like these are the guys that set the fire. And these are the people that are trying to help him put out the fire. Maybe it could be one of those things where it's like, okay, they without really saying
that we're going to have our trio come out of the cave victorious, heading back towards where they're expecting to run into the Banshees again to get back to Stridor. Yeah. They're met by Ninjor and Trapjaw as like a standoff.
Yeah, they're like right outside the cave.
Yeah, and then Trapjaw, I think when they're attempting to fight, like, look, we don't have time for this, and then Trapjaw's like, well, you have time for this, and just starts setting fire like right behind him, and towards the jungle and the Banshee village.
And that's when Snoutspout could be like, no, and he tries to put it out, but he can't because he used all his water.
Yeah, earlier. And then Granita runs and maybe Trapjaw is like at a different angle, and she runs and stops one of the fire blasts. Because I feel like Ninjor needs to step in He-Man's way, so we have them separated from the fight. Like Ninjor's not going to allow He-Man to get to.
Yeah, like maybe he comes in and does like a leg sweep, something like knocks him onto the ground.
Just like, okay, now we're off and running with those two.
Yeah.
So then we got to have, Trapjaw is they say they've got to stop Trapjaw. So instead of attacking Trapjaw, she runs in and blocks another fireball that's already been blasted. Because I'm just thinking like where they had to be in location, because I feel like it needs to be a straight shot. The two of them are meeting them outside the cave, and the Banshee village, the Banshee like tribe can't be too far behind. I feel like which need to be
They'd
like
probably
a
be
little-
waiting out there too. They
Well,
probably-
yeah, which means we need to have the Banshee Village like very close by. Or
Well,
another-
yeah, because we've already established that geography of that last peril was that bridge that is down too
so
before they
we
got
need
to
to
the
show
cave.
them like they're making their way back, like they've got out of the cave safe and sound. They think it's good. They get across the big chasm where they're swung across the vines where like the bridge got severed that we were talking about.
Yeah, there has to be a little bit of travel after they
Yeah,
get out
and
of the
to
cave.
think that
It shouldn't be an immediate scuffle.
Yeah,
with
and that they're
Trapjaw.
anticipating running back into the Banshees again, only to be
But
met by
instead
Ninjor
they-
and Trapjaw,
Yeah, there you go.
and thinking that this is going to be all right. We don't have time for this, and then Trapjaw
Yeah.
says, "You don't have it," and then just
Yeah,
sets
that-
fire to
That's the
everything.
thing.
The
Yeah.
Banshee people go screaming and running. He-Man stopped by Ninjor. Clamchamp realizes he's out of water, and then Granada just runs.
Wait,
And
did you
just
say
fire.
Did you
clamp?
say
You said
Clamchamp?
clamp champ?
You meant Snout Spout.
Snout spout. Yeah.
Where did he come from? All of a sudden, Clamchamp
Yeah.
shows up. I don't
Hey,
got anything. What are you looking
Hey,
at?
hey,
me
we can
for?
put anything in here. So
He's doing the thing like eating the popcorn, just watching. In the
so Snout Spout just focused on the fire. Trapjaw's just launching more fire, and then she runs out in front of him and blocks any more fire, and he stops like emitting fire from his fire blaster,
Mhm.
and says, "I can't wait to take a bite out of you." And then
Yeah.
Snout Spout, not Clamchamp, runs in and
with the axe.
challenge there
Yeah.
and frees her up to run into the
Say-
village,
Say,
putting out
start
the
helping
fire,
out.
trying to
Yeah.
save anybody she can.
Yeah.
While we got to
That's when the Banshee people really recognize that it's kind of the whole thing about this too is there's been a lot of characters and learning moments throughout this
Yes.
thing. It's going to be the savages learning that not everyone is
Yeah,
bad,
like
right?
Snout Spout learning that not all fire is bad. They're going to
Yeah.
learn that all strangers are evil.
Yeah.
Or
And that
Yeah,
kind the Banshees are gonna kind of just help run off Ninjor and Trapjaw because at this point they're
well,
gonna be
once
they're-
they get the fires under control,
well, they're overwhelmed at
He-Man
that-
will be
yeah.
triumphant
Yeah.
over Ninjor
Yeah.
and Snout Spout over Trapjaw.
Yeah, because at that point they'll be overwhelmed if
yeah
all
Yeah.
the Banshees join in.
yeah
So-
that's true.
And then they're outnumbered and then they get the hell out of there.
Could do the whole like portal opened up with like the two ghostly
Yeah.
Skeletor hands coming out, grabbing them and pulling them in.
Yeah.
So a quick exit.
This girl's like, I've seen enough of this. You guys are not. You failed already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
And
it's just them like on the ground in Snake Mountain. You didn't walk away and just like morons, like you know,
Yeah.
like whatever like insult he has. Is,
fools.
yeah, fools.
And then we're once they get the fires under control, like you see this devastating aftermath of this wildlife and this savage tribe, like scared and frightened, and Granted is like all bummed, and upset that we didn't completely succeed here. Like even though we succeeded in our mission, we did not succeed at protecting life. And like what, I didn't need this almost like maybe going back to Sundar, like we don't need this to protect life on this planet. Like we thought we needed this, but you know what, people need good hearts. They don't need an artifact or something. Something to make her realize that we did all this, we still lost life.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you wanted to have that kind of a dark like consequence to the end. Like that's not very typical of a lot of like old mini comic stories. Like
No, maybe I'm getting a little bit too pretentious there.
I think you could probably just have just a simple thing.
All right, yeah. Let me pull that back then. Scrap all that bullshit. So, we will definitely have it to where like
I
they
think
save enough at the village. Like yes, we need to have some. Some fires did burn some, but the village was not completely burned down. The
I think it's
Banshee jungle.
it seems to me like the storyline is trust. Like the the comic people came to the palace because
They
trusting
trusted
they're trusting that they'll be able to help them.
yeah.
They send Prince Adam as a result of that that trust. They go to the fire people. Prince Adam knows he can trust them, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
So they go to the fire people. Now the fire people have to trust these strangers that are coming to them, asking for this information to be able to help people they don't know. Then you go to this the jungle where you've got these tribal people that for all they know, these are invaders into their territory. They're just trying to protect themselves, but then they
Yeah.
see that they're actually trying to help as well. So now they are trusting, in helping them. So it's like that seems to be the recurring theme that's going on
Yeah,
throughout this whole story.
it's the one common thing that I'm glad you pointed out that is woven into every bit of the story.
Yeah.
And
Skeletor
we have three levels of established trust. Like it's already got established trust at the beginning, but then that trust continues to snake through the rest of the story, different regions of the planet.
Yeah, and then Skeletor trusted that Trapjaw and Ninja would know.
And knew that they would fail. I trust you guys will botch this at the end of this story here, so I will be shaking my fists at the end of the story. So
like usual.
Yeah, it's like poetry, so that it rhymes.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
And I mean, you could have some bit of dialogue there where she's talking to He-Man, saying about like, yes, we've won in this, but we've failed them so much. You could have He-Man saying like something. It's like
reassuring her, like evil's it's something to like lift her spirits. Like, look, this village, they've lost some homes, but homes can be rebuilt.
No, you could say, yes, we've lost some things, but we gained the most important thing of all.
Yeah,
trust.
There's your last panel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brandon just looks at him and smiles real big.
Cue the Prince song.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then Clam Champ runs in and he goes, "What did I miss?"
What did I miss here?
Wonderful,
gentlemen. I think we got a home run on our hands.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's like just like always. Just sit at the beginning. How are we going to put this together here?
But also, too, how are we going to condense this down and put it into 14 pages?
Oh, we could be done.
I know
we know where we want to go. This could be done. I could do this in 14 pages, no problem. And Tom could illustrate this, no problem.
Okay.
We can make this happen.
But
all of our names
it's
go on.
It's one of those things where it's like we're describing things, and as we're describing it, it seems like a lot larger,
grander than it really is. So
it's grander in scope. It could be condensed to like certain things. Like I think about. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say, what would happen, though, Tyler, if Tom's supposed to draw this thing, but then he sees some ET demon in his sleep and punches a wall again?
Oh, yeah, that was an outside story.
He's going to have to trust those demons and realize ET's there as a friend, not as an enemy, He's not there to steal his Reese pieces.
There you go.
How do you know?
Hey, maybe you just want to share Reese pieces.
Are you trying to suggest that you're friends with this thing?
I'm friends with everybody.
Yeah, okay.
That's not what I heard.
Sometimes I'm more than friends.
But what I was going to say was when we were talking about this, some of the things that I kept thinking about was the Secret Liquid of Life mini comic, where Geldor keeps on like having these. They're on a mission to try and get to the princess. Marion, is her name Marion? Princess Marion?
Mara,
Princess Mara. They're trying to get to Princess Mara, but along the way, Geldor is like putting these obstacles of all these different creatures. Like first it's like the gnolls, then it's these like
the giant centipede.
The giant centipede thing. Then it's this giant ogre like thing with its brain exposed. Like it's like an escalation of all these different monsters that they have to get to. Like
it's like an Ray Harryhausen movie.
Yeah, but that was the kind of thing I always thought was really cool about Geldor. It's like, I thought he always looked cool, but it seemed he was like a master of monsters. Like
that's all he was surrounded by was monsters.
Yeah, all these troops and everything were these giant beasts and monster creatures. Like even in the very first panel, there's like those giant orange things.
Yeah,
holding her. Like, what are those things? Like, they don't even say.
And those green kind of ogres that they're having like the big sword fight with outside the cave.
There's those things that So like he's just had a whole armada of these like monsters and everything that just kind of.
And he's not a wizard or anything. He's just a warlord, just a tyrant.
And he has a wizard, and they never named the wizard, but I wanted to in the mini comic he just goes wizard and everything like that, But I wanted to write up a story that brought back Geldor and the wizard character, and I just wanted to have one scene where he goes wizard, and then under his breath I wanted the wizard to go, "I have a name."
all those
but you never find out what it is.
It's just work in this one panel. I have a name. You pop his ass.
I have a name. He's just like really sad about it. Like it's like you've known me all this time, you just don't.
Yeah, he doesn't have time to remember anyone's names.
No, he doesn't care.
No.
So you're kind of saying too, like apply the story beats of that mini comic much to this in terms of like how you're playing it out.
Yeah, when I was thinking when we were talking about like the different locations as they're traveling through, like each location is bringing about its own perils. It reminded me of that whole entire aspect. It's like
That's a great comparison.
They get to different steps, they hit different creatures, different obstacles. So
which is what you want to see in a lot of He-Man stories. You want to see a lot of obstacles to prevent He-Man from getting where he needs to go.
Yeah,
and it can't just always be action evil warrior standing right there. You need to have other local elements on the planet that are hostile, maybe deliberately and sometimes just out of instinct.
Yeah, and that's a comic that had a lot of action beats. And,
the whole thing was nothing but constant action.
Right, and that's
like Buzz Off and Ram Man involved in it too.
Yeah, and that's a 14-page comic. So I have no doubt we'd be able to take this thing and condense it into a 14-page story.
What's to stop us from doing this as a fun project for fans? Like, do I need to pay you to get it done?
Huh?
Can I pay you to get it done? Like what? Yeah, I'm tired of doing mini comics and nothing ever happens. Yeah.
Well, let me concentrate.
Like if I were to write this in a 14-page.
Go ahead. And the thing is,
I would think about it.
Yeah, I would. Go ahead. I wouldn't mind drawing them, but I would have to, if I were to draw like a full-on comic, that'd be fun. I would love to do it. Timing wise, I wouldn't actually be able to do the whole comic until probably after this convention season. Because
I have no problem with that. I just want to know where to get it done.
He just wants one completed.
I want one done. You know.
Well, out of the three, which one do you want the most?
This one's pretty fucking epic.
I think this one's probably our best one yet.
I might say probably the best one we've done. Because this has got everything. All the main all the key players are there. We're bringing in a lot of obscure references. You know, the fire people, bringing out like the real name of why it's called the Banshee Jungle. You know, and then we got the wolf bats being brought into it. We're using Granada and Snout Spout Ninja. I mean, I just feel like this has got everything. It has an Indiana Jones feel to it in a He-Man story with all these classic, like you just said, all these great action beats, all these various obstacles in unknown territory.
And everybody's got their moment too. It's like
everyone gets a moment to shine in. Everybody does.
Well, before we head to commercial break, any tentative titles coming to mind for this?
I was trying to think about that too.
Welcome to the Jungle. No.
Yeah. No.
He's gonna have a camp. One of the banshees just looks like Axel.
He's got the long hair and the headband and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. He does this little.
Yeah. I'm totally gonna make that a little hidden Easter egg in the background of all the.
Yeah, one of the he's off to the side there in the big chaos and just kind of
all the banshee people running around. And then you just got him waving around in the back.
Little squigglies around his body when he's like just in a static pose, so you know
he's just gonna be drawn like a wavy noodle.
Because the name Trust has already been used for a decent MYP episode. Like if it was like Trust by something like
could be Quest of Fire or something like that, or Trial by Fire.
I was thinking like Trust by Fire, because I feel like you're gaining trust. I mean, this is not the best name, but that's kind of what I was.
It's not a great name.
It's not. But something along those, like, it is like a Trial by Fire. But I almost feel like I almost kind of like weaving in like the whole like the root of this is the theme is trust throughout this entire story.
Oh man, that's a tough. We're just gonna have to. For now, maybe we should just. Stick I
almost feel like it's probably more harder to come up with the title than it is for the story.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, you don't want it to sound like that's fucking lame or that's pretentious or that's like that belongs in a Dark Horse comic.
I think also because it's such a adventurous, action-packed kind of a story that should also be reflected in the title. Like maybe you were saying, like,
maybe if that's for selling more, then the root of the story needs to be the big surprise at the end, like recognizing like when He-Man brings that up, the reader goes back and like, oh my god, like from the very beginning, trust with the rock people, it was the heroic horse, trust with the fire people, trust with working together and Well, no, scrap that. And then wrapping it up, we 3 threads: the beginning, the middle, and the end. You know,
What if it was just says, "Trust me, bro."
read by Scott Knightley?
And the cover is just Clamp Champ with doing
And
this.
Mighty Spectre hanging up upside down like
he's
fucking
got
Spider-Man.
his arms around them like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being the most stereotypical characterization of a black man. You know, having breakdancing like jazz and trance. This is a good place to kick it. You know,
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Michael Bay and Scott Knightley should be working together. That's the end of the world as we know it.
All these song references tonight.
I heard that Nightlick's table is going to be right next to yours at.
I can't wait. I can't wait to take a shit on this table. I'm
Val
watching
watching,
third, Scott. I'll get him out to you tomorrow.
Val watching this, being like, "Oh man, what have I done?"
He immediately pulls out his like floorboard map and he's like, "Nope," and he moves.
Yeah.
And then Scott like in a broom closet or something like that. Here's your table.
No, he sets us like off in a far off corner, and I'm gonna look at Tyler while we're there, and I'm gonna be like Vince. I'm like, "You ruined it, damn it! You ruined it."
Yeah, well, I'll find a way. I'll just put Scott through a table or something like that, or
I'll convince Val to get like one of those fake wrestling rings, and we'll set you two up with like those giant inflatable sumo suits. And we'll just throw the two of you in there and just like go at it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Either that or mud wrestling. Your pick.
I don't want to mud wrestle with him.
You have to wear a banana hammock.
Don't be ridiculous. Not mud, Jello.
God.
Got to be
Jello.
Jello.
Jello. Jello's better. Yeah. Mud's a little too messy.
Jello wrestling match with Scott Knightley.
I got it. It'll be a green Jello, and it'll be the slime pit, and the two of you have to go in there and wrestle.
Just ring the fucking bell, man. Just tell me when to go.
Tom is full of all these great ideas. Well, speaking of conventions, let's go ahead, take a commercial break, come back. We'll tell you about how Tyler was floating on Cloud 9 all afternoon. So we'll be back right after this.
Stay tuned.
They've taken over your school. They've taken over the streets. There's nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. When violence rules the night, she brings justice her way. Linda Blair stars in Savage Streets. Rated R.
Savage Streets, now playing at a theater near you.
One of the funniest films of the year. I laughed my head off. Sneak previews. It's gratifying, raunchy, and uproarious. The Nerds Triumph. Los Angeles Times. It's really, really funny. I was rolling on the floor, as did all the other members of the audience. KHJ-TV, Los Angeles. And USA Today says, this is great stuff. 3 cheers for Nerds.
I'd link to that.
Revenge of the Nerds. Rated R. Check newspapers for theaters.
Combine the power of gymnastics with the force of karate, and an all-new martial art is born. Jim Kata. Kurt Thomas, 3-time world gymnastics champion, takes on a secret mission for the United States government. His only weapon, Jim Kata. And that's all he needs. Jim Kata, rated R.
Starts Friday. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
And we're back. We attended a convention. I haven't been to one of these in ages, Tyler. We're talking about this, and I was like, I don't think I've been to one since we went to GalaxyCon in Raleigh in 2019. So it's been a hot minute for me.
Yeah.
But we went to FrankenCon in Knoxville, Tennessee today. It was just a one-day trip, a good 3.5 hour drive there and back. We made a quick stop at Buc-ee's on the way back, got some food. That was awesome. Tom, I did get the beaver nuggets. I haven't tried them yet, but I did pick them up.
Are you going to do a live tasting?
No, we'll spare the people of me eating beaver on camera.
Yeah. Who wants to see that shit on this channel?
That's a different show. That's a different podcast.
Yeah. But the main selling point for going to FrankenCon was Michelle Bauer as many of you know, if you've been watching the show for a hot minute, Tyler, over the last almost 3 years now, has become super infatuated with this woman.
Which I have to thank you to, because Tom recommended Hot Tub Screen Queen Party, which had that and 1 Million Hills BC on it. And I went from that and Nathan's recommendation to Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. And it was just, I was just over the moon for this woman after that. I was just nonstop, like search. Sometimes like, you'll never find this movie called Hell Roller. The hell I won't. Don't tell me I won't find it. You know, and I'm like looking for anything I can find, every obscure movie, any magazine, whatever it is. I'm just like, I'm hunting it down like a rabid dog. I'm just, just foaming at the mouth.
He has amassed quite the collection. So
yeah, he's told me.
I think it was last October that I was looking her up. What conventions does she go to? I found her Instagram account, and she had promoted this convention all months in advance. And I sent it to Tyler. He's like, we got to go. And I'm like, you know what? We will make this happen. So the day finally arrived. We made our trip down. I had some stomach issues that popped up. We hit some torrential rain, but when we got there, when we walked in through the hotel, because ultimately it ended up being kind of a small setup, but we saw the vendors off to our left, and we walked down this corridor, and we went to the bathroom, and then we saw this one guy open the door for one of the other guests in attendance. She was one of the actresses in Night of the Demons. And when the door opened, Tyler looked through there and he's like, there she is. I saw her. And I was like, all right, well, let's work our way around. Because I'm like, the vendors were here. I think we go through here and head down. So we beelined it straight towards her. Had two people in front of us, maybe tops?
Maybe three. It wasn't many.
And they weren't there for too long. I'm like, well, Tyler, you go ahead and get in front of me. This is your moment. And when we walked up, she had just finished taking a selfie at her table with the person in front of us. So she was standing up. Because normally when you approach the table, they're sitting down. She was already standing at this point.
I'm getting kind of nervous as we're talking about it. It's like I'm reliving the whole thing over and over again here.
She turns from that. Shit you not. Locks eyes with Tyler. Immediately
she points at that I'm wearing this, and which people know, I'm wearing the movie poster art here on my shirt, and comes right to me, and I tell her this is a bucket list moment for me, and she's, are you serious? I said, oh my God, yes. And she embraces me in this really long, very affectionate hug. I mean, she's rubbing on my back, and I'm like, gosh, she smells so good. And just, I'm right in there, like her hair is really soft, and like, I'm just all to pieces there, and it's a really long fucking hug. And then she pulls back, she starts rubbing on my arms and everything, and she's like, oh my God, you're an Adonis. I look at Nathan, and she said I was Adonis, and
I'm happy for him. I think my face at that point's probably as red as his was, because I was just like,
his face turned as red as I felt at that.
Because it was just pure joy for you in that moment. I'm like, you're doing it, man. This is fantastic.
It was, and it was. We started like it was all over the place of like the conversation and just telling her how much, we touched. I said I envy any guy that's done a scene with you. I said, I don't care what the scene was. Like I just envy a man getting to share the screen with you. And she started talking about how a lot of guys were really nervous with her, doing scenes, pretty much hinting at sex scenes, that they would get, really nervous or embarrassed, I guess, or popping boners and stuff like that.
Yeah, they would get really excited. At this point, Tyler's got the Chainsaw Hookers laser disc and his poster and his print. And oddly enough, he's got it dangling down near his crotch. I almost made the joke. I almost said, yeah, kind of like he's doing right now. I wonder what's in my. You're leaving out one of the major parts, though. Like, I don't know if it happened before the hug or after, but if you look on his shirt here.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Before we even really got into it, she's like, I want to sign your shirt with no charge. And even before that, she asked me, like, after she complimented my body, she says, "Can you flex your move your chest muscles?" So I did that for her. and without hesitation, I didn't like stop and go, I just went right into it there, and she liked that, and then she's like, "I want to sign your shirt, no charge." So she came over and cut my pec. She said, "Flex your pecs for me," and I did. I'm holding a chest flex while she's signing.
At this point, how red is his face?
I've never seen him that red. He could be like fully baked hours in the sun, like sunburnt, and it probably would have been his
and
face.
I felt like, even though there was a moment, I did felt one of my legs kind of quiver. I think
what one of his legs.
His third leg.
Yeah. I did felt like when she was talking to me about how like nervous actors get, I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of feeling it right now. Like my right leg just started jittering a little bit. I didn't tell Nathan that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you left that part out, man.
But it was my composure. I couldn't have felt more confident talking to her, and it was just complimenting how great she looked, because she did. And we started talking about, Nightmare Sisters and a couple of other moments. She asked me if I see. I said, "Are you kidding? Like, I own the 4K. I rewatched your interview last night, and it was just talking about how just crazy I am that I have been about her for such a long time now." And we were talking for so long before we realized, okay, then
we're going to kind of bounce around because there's so many pieces of this that happen.
Because after we talked, I said. After she signed my chest, I said, "I have something for you," and I told her, I said,
bet
a
you
buddy
do.
of mine who does, yes, that was gonna be the big surprise. But I told her that I have a friend who does comic book artwork, for a lot of superhero artwork, and I said, I like to have a damsel in distress always illustrated in the pictures, and I brought this. With her illustrated as a vampire victim of Dracula, saved by superheroes here.
Nice.
And she was overwhelmed by this. She's like, "Oh my God, this is probably the coolest thing anyone's ever given me."
That's awesome.
And she just kept staring and staring and staring at this. Like, I just thought it'd be kind of a fun little, like, hey, she might think it's cool. She may think it's like, whatever. But she was so overwhelmed with that. She's like, "All right. What do you want on this table? Free autograph? Nothing. You want a movie?" And she goes, "How about this?" And she opens up her binder of adult pictures that were marked 30 for a picture, 4 to have autographed. It's like, "I got one for you." And she pulls out her last copy of this very
explicit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Picture of her.
Hold it up right now.
I was gonna say, you're not reaching for it.
No, it's on a frame in my in a frame on my wall, not on a frame in my wall, as I was getting ready to say.
I mean, it could be at some point.
It could be, and I'm like, oh my God, I just got a free nude of her for free.
Yeah.
Just like autographed, no
Nice.
hesitation. And I was like, and then
Did she write any? Did she just write her name, or did she write any?
She wrote her name on that one. But then when I handed her what I had there, I handed her the laser disc, and she wrote, the pleasure is all mine on there. And then I gave her my Nightmare Sisters print, and I had her write, let's get primitive, where she's at. And she's like, oh, and she liked that. And then I unrolled the Screen Test movie poster, which she was very happy to see that. And she pulled out another binder, and she pulled out these old, like, just a wide variety of things that were in there from like a private collection, and found a print of the Screen Test promos that were given to her and the cast to give out to sailors to encourage them to come see the movie. She goes, "This is my last one I have. It's yours," and autographed it.
That was nice.
Very, very nice.
Very generous of her.
Oh my God, yeah. So all of that, I'm gushing. My face is still blood red, and then it's Nathan's turn. Once I feel like I've been hogging all this. I mean, both of us were just like the line's building up behind us. She's like the only one in this entire area that's got a line building up,
Yeah.
And we're just, it felt like it was an eternity in the most heavenly way possible.
And you guys got there early, right? You beat the crowd before they lined up? Or?
Well, when we got there, the doors had been open for over an hour.
Okay.
And, yeah. So
it wasn't like overly crowded. It's not like you're just trying to push through people to get to where you needed to go. And admittedly, too, that was probably one of the best crowds in terms of interactions that we had with other people that were there. Like they were all really, there was
respectful, polite people. Would there was no body odor problems or anything like that.
I found out of the majority of the conventions that I've been to, the ones that I've had the most, or the best kind of interactions when it comes to the other attendees and everything has always been at a horror movie convention.
Yeah. We kind of were thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know why that is in particular, but the people that go are always super chill. They're always super nice. They like to have conversations and talk about stuff, and they're just open to being able to talk to someone they don't even really know. It's just fun.
Oh, well, when Tyler had all of his stuff out, there were people that were coming by. I was like, oh, that's really awesome that you had that. And there was one guy in particular later on that we met. It was like, yeah, look at this VHS that I have. And Tyler's like, that's a super rare VHS. I can't believe that you own this. So it was cool to have those
two really obscure VHSs of Michelle Bauer's work. I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck? I haven't seen those on eBay.
Yeah. So after Tyler's done, he's kind of stepped on the side. I'm just talking to her, like there's, on my end, there's no like gushing or anything, but she's super polite. I get my quote written on my Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers poster that I bought. And the thing, because I also met Linnea Quigley, and both of them made a point to say,
she's awesome too.
You got Gunnar Hansen to sign this. And I was like, yeah, I met him in 2014 before he passed away. And I got him to sign this poster and I told him, I was like, yeah, the year before I met him, I got him to sign a VHS copy of the movie he was in, Mosquito. And he lit up and talked to us about that for a long time. So she's writing all that stuff. And we had the line building up behind us. And we're going to get pictures. Tyler already paid for the picture, but I saw the line. I was like, you know what? We'll come back. Because we had it was a long time.
Yeah, we spent a long time talking to her. Like there was no and she was so there was no even acknowledgement that the line was building up. She's having the best time talking to us.
Yeah.
Her handlers, her manager, they were all laid back. They're coming to look at what we got to have autographed. Like they're oh, that's so cool that you got that. And just
that's awesome.
Yeah. Couldn't have made us feel more welcome,
Yeah. So I said
those are good experiences.
Yeah. I was like, we'll come back, we'll let all these people have their turn, and we'll get the pictures. But before we left to do that, because she gave us hugs again, Tyler, of course, got this 30-second long hug from her, and they're just rubbing on each other and stuff. And I was like, God, he's like, he can die a happy man now.
And you're like, Tyler never rubs me like that at home.
Yeah. But she comes over to me, and she gives me a longer hug, not as long as Tyler's, but she gives me a longer hug, and she says to me, thanks for ruining your friend. And I was like, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
So we walk away, we go hang out in the corridor for a while because Linnea Quigley had a photo op at 2. So I was like, we'll wait till 2. She's there. I'm like, we'll wait for this. We went. She wasn't at her table, but Michelle was still there. She didn't have much of a line. I'm like, well, let's go for the pictures, which I can actually. We'll show mine off first, and then we'll get to Tyler's stuff. So yeah, here I am with her.
Nice.
And yeah, just super.
Yeah, it's a great picture.
Super. And picture. When we went in for the picture, she was the one that leaned her head in. So I was like, all right, I guess we'll just touch heads. But that's I didn't even know to look at this guy back here.
I was gonna say he's enjoying the moment too.
Yeah. But when Tyler goes for his picture, she immediately grabs him. We're doing a prom photo.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are definitely a little flushed there, my friend.
Oh, a little, man. My head's about ready to explode.
Which one?
Did you
probably both?
Did you get like tongue tied at all, or were you able to
form
full sentences?
I didn't really, I felt like there was a moment. I definitely was, was aware I was gushing, but I know I was very coherent. Like I was not babbling incoherently. I was not, I was very clear of complimenting her and telling her how beautiful that she is, and that's just that she's such a striking woman, and what an angel she has been to us.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, for her to pull in, and I lean my head in, and then she leans her head in on me. I'm like, oh my God, we're really doing this. And I told Nathan, like, I never got to go to prom, so this is about as close as I've ever gotten. I can't think of a better way to go to prom than.
And not only that,
it's a slightly
the-
different pose than the one with you, Nathan.
yeah, but the second picture here, she closes her eyes on this one. She's really soaking up the Tyler.
Oh, there you go. She's loving it too.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, I told
And
Nathan,
that guy in the background, he's just like, nope.
Yeah. How am I going to live up to this?
What was his face in the other one? Like,
Oh.
go back to the first one and see if he's like looking.
Oh, he's not even in that one,
Oh,
but he's in mine.
but he's there, ever present.
I was trying to think if there were any other details that you're leaving out in the comment, because we didn't really honestly ask her much about her body of work, really, other than a couple
we
things.
touched on a little bit on the movies and how she would act with the male actors that she interact with, which we kept thinking we didn't ask her about any movies. I was going to tell her about Perfect 10 and Night of the Living Babes, and I'm like, I didn't get a chance to do any of that because I was so busy, just gushing over. But you know what? I told Nathan, I said that's me being me in that moment. Like that's.
I would have asked her about Hell Roller.
Oh well, and I brought it up. I thought she was going to like, oh my God, you saw that.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
something
and
like that,
the
but-
thing too, approaching her, and we said this to her, it's like, well, because Tyler's like, if I would have known this, I would have brought up more stuff.
Yeah, because we really thought she wasn't going to be,
That receptive.
or that she was going to have a binder of her nudes for people
Oh.
to buy.
Yeah.
We thought it was just going to be, some nice, 8x10s of her work and some movies.
Yeah.
and-
I've noticed that a lot of like the Scream Queens and all of that, they'll have like the PG ones up on the table because obviously there's the possibility that there might be someone who's a child or underage or whatever
Yeah.
the case is walking around. You got to keep it safe. But they typically will have a folder or a binder or some of those other adult materials available. It's just a matter of being able to ask, and then they'll bring it out, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because there's been other instances like, and I can talk to him about it later, but Sybil Danning had that at Monster Palooza. She had all of her like pictures and everything on her table from like all the various movies that she's been in and so forth. But at the side, she had like this binder folder, and that's where a lot of her
Okay.
nude
Yeah.
photographs and everything was.
And you're getting that scene from Howling 2. Obviously, it's probably a print that's within that folder, maybe.
I only if it was the one where she's got like the full bear outfit on from here down.
Yeah. So
That's what I
bad.
want.
One detail Tyler left out though is when Tyler gave her the superhero print that she's on. She was like, "We had to take a picture of this together."
Oh,
so
yeah.
there is a photo of Tyler in Michelle Bauer's phone. I just want to put that
There
out
you
there.
go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Tyler, what did she say to you when we left after taking the picture?
Oh, because I think they said there was a mention. I think Nathan said he won't be able to sleep tonight, and she goes, "Oh no, I'll be the one, up late tonight thinking about this."
Ooh.
She was very vocal and looking right at me. I feel like I can't fucking talk right now.
It's so
Because I was telling her, because I have had legitimate dreams about her, no bullshit, and actually one about a week or so ago.
Did you punch a walla?
No, something was gonna get punched. but she was very vocal, saying like that she was gonna be the one being up late tonight, laying in bed thinking about this is what she was telling me, and I'm like, oh my God, like. I don't think these people at these shows say these kind of things to a lot of the people who are,
Man, I tell you, if I had a nickel for
oh fuck. Oh my
But
God.
Tyler was ever observant though. He was watching all the other people that would get in her lines. Like, how is she interacting with them? Wasn't like
ooh,
me.
you're
Was it?
comparative. You're doing some comparisons.
Well, because I was like, man, this could be one of those things where I'm like, man, she's just like Linda Blair, like she's the bare minimum. What are we doing here? Okay, what's your name? Nothing like that. And
Did I tell you about when my friend saw Roddy Piper? he goes over to him and sees him, and he's ecstatic, he's like getting an autograph with him. And my friend, he's kind of like built with you, like muscle wise and everything like that. So when he posed next to Roddy and everything like that, Roddy like put his fist up and he goes, "Tag team with the Century." And then my friend was like, he's like, "Yeah," and they took a picture together, and he's like, "Oh, awesome!" And he got his autograph and blah blah blah, and he was just thrilled. And then he comes over, he's like, "Yeah, dude," and he's showing me the autograph. But then as he's saying that, a little kid comes up to Roddy, and Roddy goes, "Tag team of the Century."
Oh.
And then my friend goes, "Oh," he got like all sad.
Well, he didn't do that with me and Nathan. I didn't get tag team of the century with him.
Yeah, with Roddy Piper, he was like, "Andre who? Andre who?" I was like, "Yeah."
I did like a square off picture with him, and then I have him grab my throat and tell me to put on the glasses.
Nice.
So I had my They Live glasses, so I'm wearing it while he's choking me, telling me to put on the glasses. So.
Yeah, I wish I would have been able to get his autograph on my They Live poster. I got Keith David, but I don't have him.
God.
Yeah, I still need to. Yeah, Keith David would be a good one. But after we did that, I went to Linnea Quigley's table real quick and just got the autograph. I didn't do a picture or anything. And I put the poster down. She's like, "Oh, Gunner's handwriting was always so nice." And I was like, "Yeah, it's really good." So I was like,
she's super sweet. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I was like, "Can you write fuck off sluts on there?" She's like, "Absolutely." But then her handler was saying something, and then Linnea was like, "Yeah, I heard that Linda Blair always charges more if you have to like write a quote or whatever." She's like, "I'm not gonna do that right here." And she finished writing it. And then she looks at me, shit you not, because she had already written my name and everything. She looks up at me. She's like, "What's your name?" And then she's like, "Oh, God." I was like, "Yeah, you just wrote it down on the poster." And then I was just like, "Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to meet you." And she was like, "It was a pleasure." And then I looked at Tyler. I'm like, "All right, let's go ahead and bounce." And Tyler's, levitating off the ground.
You're just floating.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
still smelt her. Like her perfume like lingered on me down the road a good
Is
way.
it still on your shirt right now?
I thought I smelled it when I got home a little bit for a moment. Like, I still smell it. It's not here now at the moment, but she smelled amazing. God, yeah, it's just.
How would you describe it? Describe this aroma.
It said, "Come get me." Yeah.
As he just stares off into space.
He's just recalling it all back into his
mind.
Yeah.
Women can be deceptive or misleading with some of the things they say and do. Not this.
Mm-mm.
There was nothing about this. It was like,
that's awesome.
She was extremely flirtatious. I thought Felissa Rose was flirtatious. Nah. Michelle Bauer, the woman I have had the biggest crush on, probably since childhood of anybody.
Well, you impressed her in multiple ways. So
I told Nathan,
you got the peck thing going. You got the poster thing going.
Yeah.
You got the art thing going. It's like you showed up.
Yeah, I showed up with. I was like Lex Luger. I was the total package today.
Were you just telling random strangers that as you're walking around?
Yes, I'm the total package. Picking up random patrons and putting them in the torture rack and then dropping them on the ground. And who's next?
I would be like Mark Curtis, like doing the ring of the bell thing. Oh man. But I mean, just without a doubt, I know for Tyler, she's at the very tippy top of anyone we've ever met.
And we've had a lot of good. I mean, outside of like some of the real shitty ones we've had a lot of good, like kick-ass experiences.
But even for me, that won't be
raises the bar.
Yeah, there's no way to top that. And to make mention too, like her prices alone were astonishingly low. So much so I'm just like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No one charges these prices anymore.
Yeah, when you told me that amount, I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, it was
and she was giving out like free trading cards and a sticker with her autograph on the trading cards from her. Scream Queen trading card collection. Like everyone,
I won't show the front of it, but the Scream Queen.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
everyone got a free one.
Yeah,
and it was just so cool. Like
that's really cool.
Yeah,
see, that's a nice little. That's the kind of stuff that I wish a lot more of these guests. Now, granted, I've never really run into a bad situation with a guest. I've never had one where it's like that was one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. like if anything, even the worst ones I find entertaining in an absurd kind of a way. You know what I mean? So,
Tom
but
Savini, right?
well, he wasn't even that bad. I would say probably my worst was William Shatner, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it's like those kinds of things I wish a lot of guests would take note of. It's like with minimal effort, some of those like tiny little things that you could possibly do really make it such a great experience for the people that are coming to see you. So like why not like just, make it a memory for that person, because like you're never going to see them again, but you want them to remember you and the time that they had with, being there with you. That's why they're there. So
She
why
made a
not?
point. She made a point to tell us. She was like, "Well, without you guys, like I'm not here right
See, exactly.
now." It's just a total fucking
Class
amazing.
act.
I didn't get the rubs and the touches like Tyler did, but amazing. She was super great.
Her touch felt amazing. It was,
That guy in the background would probably have touched you.
No, no, thank you. No, thank you.
and he's like, it won't be as much fun with this guy can paw me.
He might have smelt good too. He like hot dog juice.
There were some
onions.
dude. There were some people that like walked past, and I was like, "Oh man, am I gonna get a contact high from you?" Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Oh yeah,
Reeked
Reefer
of-
Madness for sure.
Oh yeah. I've never been to that show. Is it a pretty decent sized show? I mean, like smaller but pretty decent.
I mean, it's very small. Like,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they kept the Nightmare Sisters, Ron Shear, and the Girl from Night and the Demons like on one side, and then like all
On the
the
other
other
side.
guests, you would have never known they were on the other side of the venue.
Oh
And
wow.
there was virtually no patrons over there.
yeah.
Everyone was over on the other side, not because of, but it just seems to be where all the traffic was at.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but we went and walked over there. It's like, oh, holy shit! Here's people from Toxic Avenger. There's Camille Keaton from I Spit on Your Grave, which I met her years ago, and she was super fabulous. But
Hmm.
yeah, there was just like you walk around. There's like no, it's a ghost town. Oh man, that kind of sucks. So
Yeah.
and I didn't recall if they had signage that had arrows pointing. I didn't really make note of that, but it just seemed kind of confusing. It's like, hey, go over here. There's the other. I guess people would have figured it out eventually. The people that were there, it's like, I want to meet people from Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Get them to sign the stuff. Oh, this is where they are. But yeah, it was just strange, the opposite ends of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been to a couple shows where it's kind of happened where you don't even realize that like this section over here actually has additional guest people. Like
Yeah.
you walk through the whole thing and you're like, oh wait a minute, I never found so and so. Oh, they were over there. It's like, really?
and because of Tyler and earlier, that's exactly where we are going to be at Motu Fest. We're going to be off in
Yeah.
our own little space.
Well, if we could actually have it so that ours are right like next to each other, that would be hilarious. I think we'd have so much fun just
Oh,
goofing
yeah.
around laughing.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh my God, yeah.
It would be
And we
great.
can help each other out. Like if one of us needs to leave the table or for whatever, we're like, hey Tom,
Yeah.
Tom, want to go take a shit? He'll be right
yeah,
back.
Tom, Tom went to go take a shit. Nathan's giving his stuff away for free. What's going on here?
I seem to remember having much more inventory. I don't know what happened.
Dude, we couldn't stop. Sales, where's all the money? I don't know.
Well, Tyler, before we wrap this up, was there anything else that comes to mind, that any other details that we've forgotten about Michelle Bauer? I feel like there were some other things that, because on the ride back we're like, oh yeah, and this too and that too.
Yeah. A lot of filling up, man. A lot of groping. Which that's probably what I'll walk away from thinking about the most, is how much this woman I have had the most insane crush over. Just thinking about I'm gonna, when I watch those movies now, like I could totally have chemistry with her in that scene too, and that one too, and it just gives me like great pleasure to know like that woman was really attracted to me.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, and I want to put this out there. It wasn't like she was very like nice about it, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
she wasn't being gratuitous about it or anything like
No.
that. It was very like she knew we were fans, and I was just
Well,
there to see her. Like I didn't want
yeah.
anyone else's autograph. I just
There-
wanted her.
there's some times when you can definitely tell between like guests. It's like when you're standing next to them and everything like that. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're just standing next to each other and we're doing a pose,
Yeah.
and that level of comfort isn't there. And they clearly, like, she was very comfortable with the two of you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very obvious from just the pictures alone. So, yeah. Awesome, man. It's one of those things where it's like I'm really happy that you were able to, both of you really, but like especially you, Tyler, that experience of meeting someone that you've really admired and looked at, like, own pretty much every movie she's got and so forth. So it's like
And there's still
that's really
some I'm
awesome.
like, man, I cannot fucking find that, but
Like what?
I know there's a few like on DVD lady I just haven't yet picked up yet that I'm going to pull the trigger on. Then there's Virgin High, which I know was released, but it's hard to find a copy of it. Huh?
He's got it.
Of course you do. Because it's out of print too. She plays Miss Bush. Yeah, a really hot, like she dressed like almost like a school nurse kind of thing. Fucking hot. I would like to have like hard copies of VHS too. That's another thing too. Like finding, I have screen tests on Betamax.
That's awesome.
I think it's Betamax. I'm pretty sure it's Betamax, not VHS. But just finding any hard copies of her stuff. Like there's you got Blu-rays of Bikini Drive-In, you got Dinosaur Island, and a wide variety of others. But just like Best Chest in the West. But she didn't have a prominent role in that. I think it's just she's in it, so I got to get it.
I love when you say that kind of title, that name, and then you're going into it's like it's not one of those like you're describing it almost in like Academy Award type.
Oh no, it's a movie about titties. I mean,
It's not one of the best pictures, but
like I was speaking with a very refined,
the cinematography. It wasn't
it wasn't as exquisite as it was in Virgin High. There's a few others like I'm more after the ones where she's really like. There's a movie called Tomboy where she just shows up in a car and takes her top off.
I got that one too.
And it's on Amazon to buy in like this like collection of like shitty like 80s teen comedies. And she's also in like a movie called Cave Girl, I think.
No, I don't have that one.
So it's Bad Girls, which is on DVD, lady. I'm just gonna have to get the bootleg copy of that.
That's a great website.
Isn't it, dude? Like I think you recommended it to me, and I went and bought some from it. Oh my god, yeah, you get to buy from this dude. Like,
have you tried anything yet from there?
Oh yeah, I bought Night of the Living Babes. I bought Wild Man. Vampire Vixens from Venus, which that sucked. Not in a good way. It just
no pun intended.
It just fucking sucked. And she's in it, but I'm like, man, she's not in it enough.
Yeah, when you were saying you wanted to go after the movies that she was in, I wasn't expecting you to like go after the ones where like she just has like a brief moment and then she's done. Like I figured you'd want to.
Not till I researched like Tomboy. She's only in it for that one scene. Like Screen Test, she's on the poster, but she's only in 2 scenes. Doesn't speak. She plays a stripper, and then she's in a dream sequence and gives a guy a blowjob. And that's it. But she's on the poster. She's even given a credit on the movie poster, like featuring starring Michelle Bauer. But
well, like in Hell Roller, she does like a workout routine.
DVD later, all good copies. Like they're all good bootlegs. They all work.
Yeah.
Can't Fear. That was the other one where she's at the very beginning, gets naked, and then after that, I'm like, all right, fuck the rest of the movie, and I don't care after that.
Tom was gonna say something about Hell Roller to you.
No, I
did. I found a used copy on eBay and bought it after you told me I would never find it.
Oh, so you did get it?
I did get it, and that was an enjoyable piece of shit. Like it's weird, fucked up.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I have not seen it yet. I need to sit down and watch it and experience it.
I sent Nathan a few snippets, especially when they talk about taking homeless people and grinding them up, using them for pet food.
Yeah.
Just a lot of weird, random shit in this movie, and then she's worked in as like kind of being herself, like a celebrity in it.
Right. And she just like they focus on her doing like a workout routine for like no reason.
And then they want her to get in the bathtub and bathe
Yeah.
or something. Then they just kill her.
It's like,
There's no
we
logic to it at all. But
we paid this money to have her in this movie. Damn it, we're having her in this movie.
she's got to get naked and
Yeah.
and the red lips, where she befriends this dumpy like punk rock girl who's turned into a vampire from a science experiment. And then they have like this lesbian love affair, which that's pretty awesome.
That sounds like a Motu Fest movie to me, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in Hell Roller is when the guy who's the killer is in a wheelchair, and he's got
He's
this
constantly spazzing out.
he's constantly spazzing out, and he's got this like oafish dude that's with him, and somebody says to him, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm your worst nightmare," and then the oafish guy goes, "And I'm Donald."
God.
It's a great and the Flesh Merchant, which she plays. She works in this sex trafficking ring, who helps break the girls in.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah. What's it? Joe Estevez in it plays like the police chief. And
Well, now I gotta like
Oh,
with that
oh
lineup.
my god! And I told Nathan that the gunfight at the end is used with cat guns. They're running around this building firing cat guns at each other, and they're all being so fucking serious about it.
That's awesome.
Did you buy Demon Warp?
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought a DVD of that about over a year ago. Thought it was funny as hell.
Was it the DVD that's like dueled with like another movie, like The Church
Yes.
or The Second?
Yeah, The Church. And of course,
Yeah.
when the 4K came out, I was like, I think you told Nathan told me or something like that, and I pre-ordered that shit.
Well, I guess now I can break the news to Tyler. Sorry, buddy. I got on eBay when I was on the road home because I noticed this on eBay. And since our experience with Michelle Bauer is so great, and if I ever go to meet her again, I went ahead and bought this poster.
You motherfucker! And she's on the poster.
I know. That's why I bought it.
Son of a bitch! Now I gotta look for a Demon Warp poster.
I thought you knew that one existed.
Most of these movies don't have movie posters. They go straight to.
No, there is a Demon Warp poster, and I own one now. It's on the way. I wanted to save it for this moment because I wanted.
It would have been even more hilarious if like you had pre-ordered it hoping to have it in time for this convention.
Here's one.
But then it showed up late, and now you had it here to just show live on camera.
Oh my god! I'd probably have to leave as we're recording this, go over and strangle him.
How much is that one?
Well, I'm trying to figure if this is a reproduction or not.
Yeah, see, mine's like original deal, man.
Well, see, he's got three reproduction poster. Fuck you.
Mine's the real deal.
Damn it.
And it's on the way. So if we go meet her again, I'm going to get her to sign that.
Well, I'm fully prepared to like keep looking for this until I fucking find. I can't believe it.
It'll be like that Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers poster. He's still
also original.
Yeah, mine's an original folded. Or no, original rolled. I prefer folded posters with original, but with that, it was because I bought this poster like 2012, 2013 after I watched the movie, and I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
So I had it prior to even us meeting Gunnar Hansen the first time. So I was like, yeah, I got to get him to sign this next go around. So.
Nice.
I'm too fucking distracted now.
Well, on that note, since I've already got him distracted, let's go ahead. Let's wrap this up. Tom, it's always a pleasure having you on here. I'm glad we finally got to do an episode together. We've been
It's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
But thank you again for having me on. I always enjoy being here and talking with you guys about pretty much everything. So thank you again.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Tom. Thanks for helping us put together such a kick-ass story tonight, too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure. It was a blast. I also want to thank myself for getting a better headset.
Yeah.
Yes, we thank you for that too. So we could actually be doing this tonight.
Yeah. Shit, man. We'll see you. We'll see you here in a couple months. It's not far off now.
Yeah, I know. It's scary. I got so much I still got to do. I don't want to get done.
It's okay. So, we do as well, actually. So Tyler and I need to get buckled down and get cracking on all that stuff.
You guys gonna have some swag of any kind?
Yeah, we're gonna try and have some prints available at the table and some stuff to buy, like from our own personal collection. You know, to
get rid
see
of
if people are interested in things like that, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, have some knickknacks. Hopefully, we're
Hope people want
beside
to come
you.
by and talk He-Man and talk about how shitty King Grayskull is.
It was an option on the wheel, but wasn't chosen. But
You should have a wheel at your table,
And so you can
could
talk about this character with us.
You
Spin the
could
wheel.
just spin the wheel, and this is the topic we're talking about. And all of them are King Grayskull except for one. So no matter who it is, you can just talk about how much you hate King Grayskull.
And the one is Michelle Bauer, and it's just Tyler going on about her body of work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like it. Leave us a comment down below if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. And until later, let the power return.
I'm going to fuck your brains out. I didn't like the sound of that.
Oh, you gave Tom a softball on that one. Maybe. Tom's thinking about it.
Oh,
I am thinking about it. I mean, I recognize it, but I'm trying to
Oh,
remember what it's
no.
at. Yeah.
Well, if you don't get this.
Oh, man, I'm totally fried on this. I don't
Oh,
remember.
no. It's very easy. If you think about it really hard.
I'm trying to.
It's super easy.
I'm blanking. What is it?
Would you like a hint?
Yes, please.
Okay. It looks good on my chest.
That didn't help. I don't know. I don't know. I'm blanking.
It looks good on my chest.
Oh, Chance. Okay. Why did that? I totally.
We got him. See, this is the kind of
the thing is, I knew it was one of her movies. Obviously, it was going to be one of her movies, but I couldn't figure out which one it was from.
This is the kind of shit that I always worry he's going to do to me, and he's done it a couple times. Where I'm
He's done
talking
it
about
to
it.
This is what's really funny is when I'm watching your show and I'm not here.
You get it every time.
I get it every time. Then I'm here, and the last few times that I've been on here and you've said the quote, I don't know what it is. So I don't
Welcome
know. Maybe
to the club, brother.
Yeah,
happy to have
That
you
is the
here.
pressure. You're under the gun here. You know.
Yeah,
The clock is ticking.
I'm on stage.
Yeah.
So you got me. Yeah, I'll do better next time.
We look forward to it, sir. Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
for your time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Do you see this writing? Do you know what it means? Hospitality. And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.